Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tales from the Forgotten Troop. We are here with episode 3 of the Clockwork Chronicles. Left off at a little bit of a cliffhanger last week with some plans wildly diverging from each other. And
Plans are being made.
People are doing stuff.
Were they? Yeah, they weren't necessarily made. They were just kind of enacted.
They were initiated.
They were suggested. No one agreed on anything, and then people just started doing stuff.
Yep.
That sounds about right.
But we do not have Colin tonight because he is sick. If he is awake and in chat, say hi to him, tell him to get better so that he can be back with us soon. As these things continue. Before we go around and introduce everybody, we do have a few general announcements, as always. If you're enjoying the show, we do have some affiliate links on our Beacons page where you can buy some stuff for yourself and give us a little bit of cash or a coffee, some merch on Redbubble. Coming soon, hopefully, will be the Shake and Milk shirt, or just design in general. You can order a bunch of stickers and then just start sticking them everywhere, and no one will know what's going on.
I was about to say that sticker needs to go on my computer ASAP.
I'll just grab a bunch and start putting them up everywhere. You can also follow us on social media to keep up with updates about the show, or join our Discord where all of the craziness and action is. It's a very fun place. So come join us. Be slowly integrated into the hive mind. We are also raising money for the Trevor Project. Trevor Project is a great cause supporting LGBTQ youth. You can use this link in chat to access that, or we do have the handy dandy QR code up in the corner that you can scan with your phone to access the page. We don't take a cut of anything. It all goes through Tiltify directly to the charity. There are many incentives, so if you want to affect the game, throw some curveballs at this group, or maybe give them some help if you're feeling generous, you can use your donation to do that as well. And everyone has fun. Just throw us a curveball and don't be a coward. That's that.
Yeah.
For now, we can go ahead and have everyone go around and introduce themselves, tell us who you are and who you're playing. We've gone clockwise, we've gone counterclockwise. Now, just any sense of logic is out the window. So
just in the middle somewhere.
Let's start with Crow.
All right. Hello, everyone. I am Mr. Crow, alternatively just Crow, and tonight I will be playing Janet Templeton, the Rocker, about to commit some male crimes.
And you know who may or may not commit male crimes is
Criminy.
Someone who's currently sleeping, Kyle.
Hi, I'm Kyle, Technomancer extraordinaire. Yeah, and I'm playing Flynn Henderson, who just wants to take one simple nap that lasts 8 hours, roughly.
Is that too much to ask?
Just
a little bit.
I don't know if that's a simple nap or an extended nap.
That's a long nap.
That's a long nap. That's a napping marathon.
That's a long, complex nap.
It doesn't seem very complicated. Just be asleep. Wake up.
Easy. Simple.
Straightforward.
Super
But
simple
that
and
involves the other kids letting you take that nap
Right.
and not pull you into our schemes, which is not going to happen.
Right. 100%.
And someone who is always scheming, Tess.
Hi, I'm Tess. I'm playing Elizabeth Fine, your resident popular girl who is slowly not learning to be a bit jaded about her own popularity.
Now, is Tess always scheming, or is Elizabeth always scheming?
Both.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
got it.
Yes.
Just checking.
Yes. I had Wow, I had a transition note that flew out of my brain. Oh, yes, someone who is never jaded and always popular, Darren.
That's me. Yes. Sure. Hi, I'm Darren, and I'm playing Parker Svensson, who is being roped into Janet's schemes once again.
It's a
Last
crime.
time in the library, now we're off doing something else. Let's find out.
I don't know if you were necessarily roped in the library. You were just
Well,
like,
I did volunteer a little
yeah,
bit.
you're like, oh, I'm
I
gonna go
did it.
try and help Janet.
Well, it became roped in when Janet
Tripped.
screwed up. Yeah.
As soon as
I
the
still
plan was a
blame Jack.
failure, that's when no.
Yeah.
Yes.
As soon as the plan was a failure, you were not willingly involved.
Yes, exactly.
This is fair.
I didn't sign up for that.
You didn't sign up for consequences.
Exactly. Who said that there would be consequences? No
But
one.
hey, you got a book out of it, so like,
I got a book out of it.
You did
You're
get a
right.
book out of it.
I got 2 books out of it, I think. 2
Mm.
people brought me books.
Mm.
I got Are You There, God? And Revels Without Hate. So that was very nice.
That's true.
One of them was from Flynn, the good one.
Liz did not bring you a book.
Thanks,
Liz
Liz.
didn't even
I
know
thought
the
we were
library
friends.
existed.
Yeah, Liz doesn't know where you were.
No.
Anytime
Just
you're in
face
the
that reality.
Yeah, as soon as you're in the library, it just does not register on her radar anymore. You don't exist.
I've
You
gone
just-
to a
you
pocket
just
dimension.
disappear. Yeah, you disappear
Yeah.
from this plane of existence.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Well, now that everyone knows who you are, we can get things started with a brief recap of last week's session. So, previously, our group of friends decided to do some digging into the people who had their drama exposed. Parker went and spoke to Mrs. Anderson and learned that she received a tape that excellent conversational skills with Mrs. Anderson and learned that she had received a tape that had a recording of Alice telling Linda that she cheated on the test. Liz found out that Stephanie was a senior at the high school and had a part-time job at the diner in the afternoons. So they planned to stop by there and see if they could get some information out about her as to how she found out Shane was cheating on her. She also had a pretty similar story to Mrs. Anderson, where she received a tape that was a recording of Shane making plans with Caitlin, and when she followed up on that, found out that they were doing some stuff. But she wasn't too heartbroken because she'd kind of had some suspicions and, you know, was planning on dumping him as soon as she graduated anyway.
Mhm.
The group then returned to their hideout and started to concoct a plan, a dubious plan, on how to find out who was delivering these tapes. Dominic said that someone in the group could spread around that his mom was dead, while Janet liked the idea of stealing mail, even though that's kind of illegal.
Very illegal.
Kind of.
A little bit.
Just a tad.
Depends on who you ask. Not Janet.
Yeah.
Janet does it.
You ask someone other than Janet. They will probably say that it is illegal.
Janet has not been to law school.
Oh, Janet will ever go to law school. It's
This
not
is
illegal
true.
if you don't know the laws, right? That's how that works.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That
Can't
is
be held
definitely
accountable for the
what.
lie I didn't know.
Yeah, that's definitely what Sylvie lives by.
All right. So, kicking things off here, we did leave off that Dominic had approached Liz outside of her house, and with his clockwork pet around, told her that his mom was dead. I'm guessing that shocked Liz a little bit.
Yeah, just a little.
So soon?
Yeah, I think after he says that, and you're just standing there a little surprised, he just turns and walks away, leaving you standing
think-
there.
Yeah. I don't think Liz had fully processed, like, all the way through, oh, I have to betray this poor Russian boy for the sake of our plan. And she had been kind of pushing it off of her mind, out of her mind, and then she got ambushed by said poor Russian boy to enact the first part of the plan. So she's plan. Things she got volunteered for that she didn't really want to be volunteered for.
She got voluntold.
Yeah, definitely voluntold. I think
Yeah, you can
she's
just.
probably
She doesn't have much. She just like goes inside, kind of in shock, and
yeah, she's like kind of very much shell shocked and just goes up to her room. Probably doesn't even say hi to her brother, who's probably chilling in the
Yeah.
main room again.
we're like, "Hey, Liz," and you just walk by, and he sits up like, "Going on?" But I'm sure this isn't the first time that you've come home kind of in a mood, and he'd probably let
Yeah.
you leave you be for a little bit.
He knows to let me contemplate.
All right. So, does anyone have a scene that they would like to play out?
Janet, do you have a
Hi.
scene you'd like to play out?
Yeah, so sort of picking up where we left off, Janet kicks down the door and just like
Yeah.
looks at Parker.
What?
Come on, we're stealing mail.
Janet,
Flint, get
why?
up. We're stealing mail.
What? Why? What?
I guess we're stealing. Whose mail?
Everybody's, come on.
Why?
Everyone's
Why? Why are we stealing mail?
Are you trying to just find a random tape?
Yeah, that's what I said. Come on.
Oh, okay.
Uh.
Gets up, rubs eye. Just, okay, that's fine. Let me just grab a few things, and we'll actually pick up a couple things like a screwdriver and stuff like that, just in case.
Meanwhile, Janet heads over to the corner where Davy's at. Come on. I'm gonna drop you off at home.
Why can't I come?
Because
'Cause it's a
tomorrow's
federal
school
crime.
day.
Because it's a federal crime, Davy.
Not listening.
It's also a school day for you.
Yeah, but they expect me to fall asleep in class.
Do they?
Yeah, the
Really?
teachers seem pretty resigned to it.
Come on, let me come with you.
Okay. But you gotta be quiet.
So quiet.
Quiet like a mouse?
Quieter than
Alright. Pack some snacks then.
Imagine there's just like a little box in the corner with single, like, snack-sized packets of like chips and trail mix.
Yep.
Just like loads that up into to a backpack.
Parker?
Yeah, man. What? 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 Do you, what? Listen. Before we do this, what? We need some sort of plan. We can't just. I don't. It's a federal crime. At least let's be targeted about it. Is there like a specific person you're trying to go after?
Yeah, the person doing this.
For the mail. Wait, whose mail are you stealing? Are we just doing the entire neighborhood?
Everybody's
that
working
was-
in the post office.
Yeah, that makes
The
sense.
post office. That's even worse.
Sorry, I
Oh, would
feel
you
like
rather
I
sit
blacked
around?
out for a second. Did you say you're gonna rob the post office?
Yes.
we really shouldn't, Janet.
Apparently, I heard you correctly.
If
Hey,
both-
Charlie, can I ask you a question? I don't think that Parker wants to go for this at all. Does this game allow rules where Janet can make a roll against me to try and convince me to go? Because that's basically like Parker's gonna try to stop this likely, unless he's convinced.
Yeah, I
This
think
this is pretty far beyond the floor.
yes, there are. There are rules for kid versus kid. So basically, it's kind of like a roll off for a certain skill, and whoever has the most successes wins. If you want, you can push rolls.
Yeah.
After the push, if you still have the same number of successes, you can buy extra successes by checking conditions, and you can like mark every single condition in order to win for this. So,
Jeez.
yeah, it can get intense, but we can do
Got
it.
I mean,
It would probably be a charm versus charm. So
yeah.
I'd say, like, since you're resistant to this, Parker, like, what would Parker's case be against Janet? Be the voice of reason.
This is very illegal. I think you're insane, but here, Janet, hear me out. I think that your plan has merit, but the post office is a very difficult situation to go about. Are you sure you want to do that?
I mean, it's just Larry the mail guy. I'm not too worried about him.
True. Larry's a little spacey. All right.
Roll?
Fine. Yeah. Well, hang on. Let me ask Janet this. Janet, if I don't go with you, are you going to go by yourself?
Yeah, probably.
All right, I have to go then. Honestly, just to keep you out of trouble. God, this sucks.
Flynn just like, what am I, chopped liver?
Come on, Flynn, you're coming too. Let's go. All right, never mind. No roll necessary. Just the fact that Janet and Flynn are gonna go, regardless if I'm there. I feel like I need to go just to be the voice of reason along the trek as much as I can be with stealing from the post office.
I mean, you did just also get a talk to by Liz saying protect them because I can't. So
Exactly. Yep, there you go. Liz did the heavy lifting for you, Janet.
Well, all right.
All right, let's go to the post office.
A little disappointed because that is actually my best roll, but
Oh, it is? How many do you roll?
I
much
rolled
dice?
8 with that.
With charm?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I rolled 5, so it still would have been close.
I mean, it
All
only
right.
depends on the amount of successes. Like, you can roll 8
Successes.
dice and get no successes.
That's
Yeah,
true.
good point.
That's true.
Do you want to just roll off anyway and with no consequences, just to see who would have won?
Yeah, I just.
All right, let's do it. Charlie, hang on 1 second. We'll be right with you.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll still
One
make
success.
myself a pot of
Oh
coffee.
no. Oh no.
You get
Did you
no
fully fail?
successes?
I got 1.
Me too.
Oh, so that would have been a tie.
Hey.
Yeah, that works. That's
Alright.
basically what's happening here is a
Yep.
tie. As I'm like, I'm coming, but I'm basically to continue
I
to
do not
talk you out of it.
approve, but I respect your safety.
Yeah, exactly. This is essentially a tie decision that I've made here. All right,
Okay.
to the post office.
To the post office.
Okay. You
To
can,
the post office.
you can. I'm assuming you would all grab your bikes.
Yes.
Okay. You can all grab your
Have
bikes.
Davey ride piggyback with me.
Makes sense.
I imagine you have like one of those BMX spikes with like the spokes in the back that he stands on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Mine
can
is a very sensible road bike, just so everyone's clear.
Mine is a repaired, recycled, really old, rusty bike.
2 different types of wheels. Yeah.
Right.
That thing
Okay.
was in half at one point, and you like put it back together.
Where'd Flynn get the welder? I don't know.
It was
the
at the
gym.
junkyard.
He also found a welder. It was next to the bike.
we stole it from the butler.
What?
There you go.
The butler.
I don't know. He's
Elizabeth's butler.
multi-talented.
Okay. God.
Well,
your,
that's a
time.
is your butler gonna be sus too? Is that where we're going? Is his name also Bertram?
Everyone is sus.
It's just the same butler, but 2 decades later.
Yes.
Same Bertram.
Bertram does not age.
Bertram is eternal.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, let's do it, baby.
You can ride your bike, sit down to the post office.
Nice.
And I mean, it's just a small, simple building. There's probably there's probably like a little mail truck parked in the like 5-car parking lot. And everything is dark. Windows are dark.
All right.
Janet.
Hmm.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, if you're gonna say something.
Okay. Does anyone see a camera, or are you gonna be good?
Yeah, would they have cameras out? That's a good point. Would this be a
Check
important
for
enough building to have
security.
security cameras?
Probably. If
they-
skill check investigate, or unless you want to say something.
It's probably going to like tape. Like, if there is one, we could make that part of the mission as going in and getting the tape for the security camera.
I would say with the time period that it is and how not really advanced security technology is, like building security systems, I wouldn't. The camera, the CCTV camera they have is not hidden. You can easily spot it. It's mounted to the side of the building and is keeping an eye on the front of the building.
Got it. Okay. So we see where it is. So maybe we try to avoid it best we can.
Going back.
Yeah,
It's always
find like
best to go around back.
You could always go around back.
Let's go around back.
I feel like Janet starts making like a very exaggerated, like creeping walk.
Before we go, I'm just gonna grab everyone for a quick huddle. Davey too, I guess, because you brought Davey along.
Okay.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna basically be like, okay, so we need to be quiet as possible, just in case they have security guards or anything. We have to. We're just getting in. We're finding a tape, just a single tape, and we're touching nothing else. We're not opening any mail. We're not looking for anything else. We're just finding it and then we're leaving.
How are we supposed to find the tape if we don't open mail?
I don't know. Find something tape sized. I guess we gotta open it.
If it bumps, it might be a tape.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, Charlie, I'm attempting a lead role here if possible. I just kind
we
of
currently have a
do a
lead
pep-
pool active by Elizabeth, so we cannot have another lead pool active.
Oh, okay, fair enough. And since she's not here, then we can't use that lead pool.
No,
She can,
add.
but you have to be doing. You basically, to be given dice by Liz, you have to be doing what she says, which I think
remember
was
what that was?
just to
keep them safe.
keep
Right, you
everyone
did the lead
safe.
role for me. Okay, got it. So if anything like that comes up, I will add dice into that. I am
Yes,
sure.
you have. Oh, I can add 4 dice.
Got 4?
Yeah,
Okay,
you have
sounds good.
4. Yeah, Liz would
in your pool.
decide who to distribute them to.
Yeah.
But
Makes
she
sense.
has 4 to give away.
Cool. All right, I will keep that in mind. Apologies then. I still do the pep talk, and we
Yeah,
head on.
Absolutely.
You still have a group of like what is essentially cats to focus in on a
Yeah,
mission.
100%. Flynn, I'm not as worried about. It's really Janet, and then also just watching Davey like a hawk, because he's a nice kid, but I don't know.
He's a kid.
He's a kid.
He's related to Janet. You know the chaos gene is in there somewhere.
When a 13-year-old looks
His
like
chaos
looks at an
gene
8-year-old.
just been hyper fixated on animals up to this point.
Mhm.
So
got it. So I'll find something
wait
animal-like
until
to
he's
have him look at.
13. He's
Yep,
gonna
yep,
turn
yep.
into a menace.
Yes.
Cool.
He's absolutely the child who lets all the frogs free from the dissection lab.
Cool. All right. I guess we're sneaking in around back, trying to find an open door and trying to avoid the security camera's vision best we can.
Let's have everyone roll sneak.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
Okay, it's not terrible. I got 4 dice for that.
2.
That's a lot of dice. I have 2 dice as well.
All right, Flynn, let's do this. We should, Janet, we're not the people to bring on this mission. Look what you've done.
Janet does not plan very well, I'll be perfectly honest.
Shocking. I never would have guessed.
Charlie, re-rolling. Do I re-roll everything or just single dice?
What are you using for that?
I'm using
Your
my luck points from my just by being 13 years old. I get
Okay.
2 luck points.
All
So you can spend a luck point to reroll failed dice. So that is everything that is not a 6.
That's both of them. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna spend a luck point to do that.
I could spend a luck point. Do I? Yeah, I should.
Hang on. I just
mean,
rolled
we're
and
gonna have
I
more
got,
rolls.
I just rolled and I got 2 of them, and I'm reading here that one of the effects I can get is to give another kid a success, right?
Oh,
yes.
so you can give me a success.
Yeah,
and
give
see
give
if,
the Flynn the success, even though I
yeah.
historically roll bad. Maybe no, it's okay. Give it to Flynn. Okay,
I believe in
I
you.
got 6. I got 6.
Hey!
I did it.
Success.
Alrighty. So all of you very carefully sneak around the back of the building.
Is the Pink
Um,
Panther music copyrighted?
Yes.
Yes.
You have to
Since
ask it usually.
Since Janet gave me the success, I have the mental image of like Flynn starts walking off in the wrong direction and just grabs Flynn by the collar and yanks them back.
Yep.
Thank you.
Not
Thank
that
you,
way.
I'll say that with the way the buildings are sort of set up around the town square in the main hubbub of North Pass, you have to kind of like go down an alley and go behind, like between a couple buildings to get to the back.
Mhm.
And there is a rear door to the post office. Like a heavy metal door, doesn't have a window on it.
I take a step back and gesture at Janet. Oh, yours.
All right. Janet will clamber up on a dumpster and take her drumsticks and like jam it into the top of the door and start trying to like leverage it open. Just brute force it.
Okay. That is a way to do it. Go ahead and roll force.
Let's see, force. Yeah.
If this was D&D, it would definitely be at disadvantage.
And
I could
this is
make
my
it more
signature.
difficult.
This is my iconic item here, so I get 2 extra dice for
No,
this,
you
right?
don't have to.
Yeah, I'll let you have it.
Woo! All right, that is a success.
Just one.
Yep, just one.
All right, you stuff these drumsticks somehow in between the top of the door and the frame, and just
Very
start
poorly made door.
wiggling
it's
them.
a little rusty towards the top. It's a little rusty towards the top, so I can just like break through it a little bit and just like. Yeah.
Wiggling them back and forth. Jiggle it. You jiggle it. And with a bit of a creaking noise, get this door open.
Flynn whispers into Parker's ear, "Why didn't I just tear down the lock?"
Don't question it. This is Janet's mission. We're just along for the ride, trying to keep her out of trouble.
Baby says,
He hops.
maybe you should take the lead.
I mean, I want Janet to have like a moment of like success, but
We're in.
all right, Janet, lead the way carefully, please.
Go inside.
All right, I'm falling behind.
Very dark inside.
Ah, shit! Did anyone bring a flashlight?
Flynn, do you have a flashlight?
I did not specifically say, but could we say that was one of the items that Flynn grabbed? Just being tired brained, or do you want me to make a roll because tired brained?
Sure, just roll like a d6. If it's 1 to 3, you did not bring it. If it's 4 to 6, you did bring it.
Under the keyboard, it's a 2.
Okay, so no flashlight.
All right.
Oh, why would I bring a flashlight? You can just turn the lights on.
Oh god.
Okay. It's gotta
Well,
be
I
a light
guess-
switch around here somewhere.
Just start feeling the walls.
Yep.
Looking for a switch, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, unless
Are you looking for a switch?
Yep.
Okay. You start running your hand up and down the wall looking for the light switch, and I will say just as your fingers land on it, you hear a snoring sound.
nobody move. Uh, well, I guess we're... Now, here's a question. Would there be, like, security lights on or anything? Like, deeper in? Like, if we can make it through this dark pit?
Security lights.
Like, you know how they just, like, leave, like, one light on somewhere in buildings?
I mean, yeah, sometimes. I don't
Fair enough.
I don't
mean,
really
we could
think
just
there'd be
leave and
one
get
in
a
the
flashlight
post
and come
office,
back.
in a small town post office.
Fair enough, fair enough. I might just leave and go get a flashlight if we didn't think of that. Or could I roll to see if I brought one?
No.
Fair enough. Is it like dim or is it pitch black? Like if we move ahead in the dark, will that just make things more difficult or just make it impossible?
Would probably make things more difficult in this back room. There's probably like one little light in the alleyway that's providing some light, so you do get a little assistance in this, like the immediate area of this back room, but moving further in, you'd probably get to an area where you don't imagine there'd be a lot of windows. So until you got to, like, unless you were trying to go to the front of the post office where the doors are, it'd be pretty dark. So like where they do all the mail sorting, which is what I'm guessing your objective is, where you're hoping to go, you would need some source of light there.
Great. All right. Should I just go get a flashlight and go back? It's the only thing I can think of. Unless someone else has a light source. Cell phones haven't been invented yet. My nose starts bleeding.
Yeah, go get a flashlight.
What's that?
Quietly.
I'm gonna sneak out. How close are we to back home?
I mean, you're in like the main, like around the main square, so you would have to go back all the way to the suburbs. So probably like, no, maybe like 10-minute bike ride. Maybe
That's
10.
doable. That's probably doable. Let's just close the door. We're gonna do a quick mission to get a flashlight and we'll come back. That's the only thing I can think of, guys, unless you want to go in the dark. You
Janet
got any
was planning
matches on you, Janet?
No. Janet was planning on staying.
Okay.
I don't know what Flynn is intending to do.
Flynn will stay.
Great. I will go by myself. Don't do anything. Don't do anything while I'm gone. Don't do anything. Nothing. Don't move. Actually move. Close the door and go to a safe distance. Then don't do anything. And I'm going to get on my bike and I'm going to go back home to find a flashlight.
Okay. Parker leaves. Now, everyone who's watching, this would be a great time to donate to the Trevor Project and introduce some trouble. Or use the GM power and make their lives a little more hectic.
Please don't. I mean, only if
We
you want to
just-
see me suffer, which it sounds like some people might want to.
So Parker leaves. What did
Yes.
Janet and Flynn do?
How you doing?
Get this show on the road here.
Sorry I didn't grab any flashlight. I didn't think about it.
Yeah, it's not your fault.
This has been a really weird dream.
Flynn think they're dreaming.
That's deep. That's deep. Life's all just one really weird dream, isn't it?
I guess? Yeah? I can dig it.
Yeah.
I like a lyric to a song.
Not when I remember.
Could be. Maybe that'll be your debut song.
It's stuff for songs by living life. Ah! And Janet will get up and open the door and start trying to search the mail in the dark.
Okay.
Damn
Go
it.
ahead. And
I exist to cause problems.
and I appreciate it. Let's see here.
I love it. No, this is perfect. This is perfect. Keep doing it.
Don't worry, if you go to jail, I'll watch your brother.
We'll take care of your brother while you're.
How mean do I want to be?
Yes. Oh.
Okay.
Hit
I would
me.
like you to roll a sneak and an investigate.
Oh boy.
God,
Okay.
I'm so good at investigate. I'm so mad that I'm not there.
The sneak is a 4. The investigate is a 2. I'll see how this goes. So here's
I
the
believe in you.
sneak. Okay, 1 success for the sneak.
Okay. You move further in and
Yeah.
just keep hearing this snoring on the other side of the room.
Mm-hmm. Just trying to be as quiet as possible. Okay. So
You need a
Yeah,
success. Does
I'm
your pride
gonna
tie to it?
use my luck to re-roll these because neither of them were a success.
Okay. And spend a luck point.
Yup, my only luck point. But those regenerate each session, right?
Correct.
Okay.
You won't have any for the rest of tonight, but next session. It'll be back up to 1.
Yeah. Still didn't
What's your
get
pride?
anything. Everybody loves
Pride
me.
help? No,
Kinda.
that doesn't help you. That doesn't help you.
Would you
Never
like
mind.
to mark a condition and push?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Shit real good. Alright, so do I just pick one or do you pick it?
I think I'll let you pick this time.
Hmm. Okay.
Whatever you think is thematically appropriate.
I think upset. Combination of her ongoing crushes and the fact that she just doesn't like the idea of Dominic doing this to himself. It's like, I gotta do this for him because I don't want him to be sad.
You also did just hear Liz earlier that night say she was she wanted to get out of town and to focus on
Yes.
graduation too.
That's also true. Yeah.
Okay.
So I just put a little check mark in this, right?
Yes.
Okay. Wasn't certain if it was like a numerical thing or something. Okay. I am
Nope.
upset.
Just once all of the mild conditions are marked, you have to mark broken.
Gotcha. Okay.
And reroll all dice that aren't 6s, which I'm guessing are none. So
All of them.
all 2.
Come on, but you know what? We're gonna change dice.
Good call.
Damn it.
I think you might just have to fail. I don't know.
Okay.
You don't want to get too deep into it.
You can only
condition,
push
but-
once, so you don't have.
Oh,
only,
okay.
You don't have,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was
You can only push once.
okay.
The thing with push is that you can use luck before or after. So if you wanted to try luck first, you can do that and then push, or you could push first and then use luck if it didn't
Oh.
work out. But you can only push once per
Gotcha.
roll.
Well, they both didn't pan out, so
I will say
Oops.
you get over to the rolling bins that have all the mail in them, and you start digging around inside, and
just like feet in the air, just like fully in the thing.
yeah, just feet kicking in the air, and you're just like shoving letters like to the side, trying to dig deeper and maybe find something that's in like a bigger envelope or has that kind of feel of a tape to it. I'll say even though you're being like super quiet, maybe some of the letters like tip over the side and fall on the ground, and you hear that the snoring kind of halt a little bit, and someone say, oh, who's that? What's going on? So it seems someone has been alerted. What are you going to do?
Lullaby and good night. Go to sleep, little Larry.
Oh, that has the exact opposite effect of what you're hoping for. And you just I don't remember what someone said his name was, but you just
Larry.
hear the
Larry.
mailman Larry. He becomes a little more coherent. He's like, who's that? Post office. And you hear like there's like a big crashing noise as he falls out of whatever he was on, and you hear like some scrambling. And he's probably gonna...
I like hop out of the trolley and I like shove it in the direction and I run for the door. Just hoping to like trip him up.
Let's see here. Go
Janet.
roll me a d6.
Janet, please.
2.
You said 2?
Yep.
Okay, you hear it crash into something, but he doesn't seem to be making any pained noises. But you can sprint. You can sprint out of the back of the post office.
Yep. And I just like grab Flynn in one hand and Davey in the other. I'm just like, gotta go.
Yeah, you probably get around the corner, and then you just hear Mailman Larry shouting after you, like, I'll get you troubles.
You need to work.
But you can sprint across the street and get back into, like, wherever you parked your bikes if it was in another alley, and just, like, get in the shadows. And you see him
Can
come...
we see it?
You see him come, Mailman Larry come around the front. He's looking back and forth, like, up and down the street, but he just, like... smooths down his nightshirt. He's like, God damn kids just trying to mess with the mail. And he turns around and walks back to the back of the post office.
Oh, that didn't work.
Roll again. Just muttering under his breath.
It's called being a punk.
And
Don't think we're gonna be able to seal the mail tonight.
I think at that point, Parker probably comes
Yeah.
around the corner.
All right, guys, I got the sensible flashlight. We ready to go in?
No, the mission's been ruined. Let's do this another drink.
What happened?
I
Janet?
tried to look for the mail.
Without a flashlight, Janet?
I mean, it's a cassette. I know what a cassette feels like.
Janet. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. It's probably for the best. Everyone's okay. No one's in jail or worse, dead. So let's I mean, we can call the whole thing off, and then we can go to bed and have a wonderful night with no more crimes
We
committed.
can't.
What crimes?
No more war crimes. Okay, Janet, what do you have in
mail
mind?
is against the Geneva Convention.
I know now that I can't do anything to stop you. What do you have in mind, Janet?
I don't know. We just can't let Dominic do this. It's not right.
Okay, look, there's one other thing we could do. In theory,
Yeah.
we could try to steal one of the tapes that we know exist from the girlfriend or the teacher.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking.
But that would be even more dangerous, which is why I didn't bring it up yet. What were you thinking, Flynn? Please tell me something better.
Oh, I was thinking like maybe
I hate my plan.
someone distracts the post guard and then we swat it and look around.
I mean, that's something. Who would be on distraction duty? I look at Janet.
Who's the most loud and obnoxious out of all of us?
Yeah, I don't know who that would be, Janet.
It can be loud and obnoxious.
Can you get away
I
in
mean-
time?
Yeah. Probably.
Then
All right.
well you gotta be by yourself on this. So we'll keep the kid with us.
Yeah, Davey, just stay with me. Don't go anywhere.
Okay.
Except for with me, wherever I go. I gave him a belt loop to hang on to.
Weird.
He's just like, no.
Don't you dare let go. No, what?
Don't
All
you
right, fine.
dare let
That's
go.
fine. Just stay within eyesight.
Do we need
An
to get a
earshot.
leash for Davy?
We should get a
Oh no.
Oh my god. Poor Davy.
Davey hasn't done anything wrong, but I know that eventually he will. So
I am just imagining that Liz is in her room and suddenly she bolts upright and is like, something's wrong.
Feel it.
Janet's doing something.
I sense a disturbance.
The Janet senses.
They're doing the exact opposite of what I just told them to do.
all right, Janet,
I wish there was
you're
like,
up.
I would love it if there was like a reverse lead pool where you just take dice away from them because they're not doing what you're saying.
The disappointment power.
You can always homebrew it, Charlie. You're allowed.
This is true. This is true.
All
right.
I'm sorry, Liz. I can't control them.
I'll give it 30 beats. When you start hearing me tap out the windows and you hear Larry come out front, you start rifling through, okay?
All right.
Got you.
Ready?
Yeah. Be careful.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And then you count all the way to 30.
Yes, and then you go. 29.
And we get it. We get in position like out of eyesight, but able to just dart in through that back door. We've already. I assume we broke open based on Janet's description.
Yeah.
Yeah. Janet, so you're just planning on making a ruckus to draw Mailman Larry out, right?
Yep. Just like whip out the drumsticks, start like doing the whole in front of the post office and then like tapping on the windows real fast, like being as loud and obnoxious as possible.
Okay. Go ahead and roll charm for me.
There we go. Love me.
So does
a
Larry the
middle of
mailman
dice.
live here? Why is he
I'm
here?
wondering. Okay.
Like Charles,
That's-
who lived in the bodega.
That's one success.
Okay.
But Do I want to try to push this? What are the bonus effects for charm? Where is it? Here we go. Charm. Okay. I think I will mark exhausted here to try to roll the rest of these and see if I can get one more.
Oh.
Hmm?
I think this is the first time we've been rolling for conditions. When you have a condition marked, you remove a die from your die pool that you're rolling.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the penalty for
Per condition.
conditions.
Yeah.
should I re-roll
Yeah,
this then?
I had to do that myself
I will
last
just
day.
say that just go ahead, because you did roll a success. So go ahead and remove one die now.
Okay.
And if you're pushing, then you're gonna just roll one less die in the push.
No, so the push is a little different since you're
Well, yeah, but
it's part
Sorry.
of the roll. You would remove the next die like for your next roll. So for this one it would just
okay.
it would be -1 die for this one because of the first condition, and then whatever roll you do next it would be -2 because you have 2 conditions marked.
Okay. So for my re-roll, I count the condition I just took.
No, you only count the first condition you have.
Gotcha. Okay. Noted. All right.
Yeah.
See what we get then. There we go. One more success. Okay.
nice.
And I will use that to use they are frightened, confused, or impressed. I think we'll go with either frightened or confused. Dealer's choice on this one.
I think confused makes the most sense. Just a bunch of noise doesn't really seem like something that'd be overly frightening, since you kind of already woke him up once.
Yeah. He's like just starting to get back to sleep, and then it's just like on the front windows.
Okay. So you do hear a bunch of shouting originating from the back of the post office as Mailman Larry comes around, probably swinging a broom or something. And it's just like, I'll get you, you little shits. It's the 80s, you fucking kids. Try to sleep here. And
What in tarnation?
what in tarnation? And he comes around the front and will start chasing Janet.
Great. As soon as he's around the corner, I think we're both going in, right, Flynn?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Well,
And I'm not
Davey.
going to turn
Me and Davey.
and Davey, yeah. I'm not going to use turn the flashlight on until we're like in the place where the mail is. Like don't want to telegraph our presence by doing it too early. You know what I mean? So I'll use it for when we're searching, but other than that, try to have it off.
Okay. So you can get inside pretty easily as you hear Mailman Larry chasing Janet down the street. You can get through the back door that's just been left open and turn on the flashlight and get a look around, and you do see there's like if you take are you taking some time to look around, or are you just trying to go straight for the mail?
I'm the way that you phrased that. I think I'm going with my original plan, which was don't touch anything, do exactly what we're here to do, grab the tape. Flynn, if you want to do something different, you can feel free to jump in.
I was just going to assist you, but I will say that Flynn might actually just look around at this point, like kind of just casually take everything in, just try to like, because, you know, kind of tired brain, can't really focus very good. So just kind of like generally look over everywhere.
You can, so Flynn just kind of looking around. Some of the ambient light from the flashlight does help you see in here, and you can see that there appears to be a cot pushed up against one wall with a blanket on it, and some other like maybe a smaller like a dresser in one corner, and one of those like rolling
Rolling desk?
No, it's not a desk, you know, like one of those
Push parts?
clothing racks. With just
He
a
does
bunch of
live
stuff
here.
hanging up on it.
It's just a temporary place because bad things happen or something.
Parker, go ahead and roll investigate.
Awesome. I roll 8 on that. That's one of my best stats.
Huzzah.
Please.
And now we have someone who's actually supposed to.
Yeah.
We've correctly assigned roles now.
The loud one's doing the loud thing. The smart one's looking around, and I'm investigating. Not the smart one. I got 1 success. And I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna push or anything like that to get extra successes.
Okay. You get to ask 2 questions for investigate.
Fantastic. Can it be like, where's the tape? Where's a tape?
Where's the tape?
There is.
Is that a question I can ask, or is there a list?
There's
here?
a list of questions. One of them is, where is it?
Where is it?
Or what is
I
hidden
just
here?
grab
and where
you,
is
Charlie,
it?
and start shaking you. Where is it?
Tell me.
Again, my nose starts bleeding. Burger doesn't know what's happening. All right. What is hidden here and where is it? Yep, that's one of them. And then I got a second question. Can I ask what threats can I perceive here? And I'm specifically keeping an eye out for, like,
Jail time.
what's that?
Jail
Jail
time.
time.
Jail time. Yeah, specifically looking for like other recording devices, like another camera or anything like that. As my threat is like, is it, because that would threaten us obviously if there's like another camera or something.
Okay. So the threats that you know of here are the first security camera you saw out front and Mailman Larry, who was off chasing Janet, clearly with no holds barred. Doesn't care that you're a kid. Will beat you with a broom.
He will kill you.
He will shove that broom up your ass and turn you into a scarecrow.
I did just mark exhausted, so I feel like he manages to get a few hits in.
Sure.
Or at least give you a really good chase.
I mean, I was
where
gonna
you're
have you
just
roll
sprinting.
a force to see if you could keep out of his reach. So
Also works.
you could keep
We'll
from
come
getting
back to
caught.
that.
We'll come back to that.
Yes.
Oh God! All
Let's
right.
see. As far as what is hidden here and where is it?
Decisions.
This is a bit of a tough one because, first of all, I will say there is not a tape hidden here.
Okay.
I'm trying to decide if there might be something else here, which I don't logically. I don't think there would be anything else hidden here unless it's like some random bit or something from Mailman Larry's life, like some personal document or something.
We find his diary
Yes.
that he writes in every
It's
night.
the divorce
Dear
papers.
diary.
The blackmail. Give us.
Yeah. No, you're good. Like just knowing that there's nothing of value here is plenty of information.
There's no tape here.
Damn it.
Well, depending on if you guys brought your animals, there might be a tape here later.
Yeah, I mean, I assume that we've started like trying to find ways to muffle them. I assume we were smart enough to do that. Charlie, you can make that decision on if we were smart enough to start doing that, because we've been figuring ourselves out enough at this point.
I will be nice and say that because of the nature of this operation and that you have some details about the Clockwork pets, you left them in the hideout.
Okay, sounds good. I think, and with that in mind, I think Parker's just gonna start leaving his in the hideout and just not bringing it out with him, just as a general rule of thumb going forward.
Okay.
Feel free to write that down because I'm sure there is a consequence related to that that I don't know yet. But I think at this point he's like caught himself so many times saying things in front of it that he's just like, I just need to leave this at home. And we'll roleplay later, me trying to convince other people to do the same, but we'll decide that later. Okay. So yeah, I do. I go over to Flynn, who's over at the cot and stuff, probably, because that's what you're looking at.
Probably grabbed a random book of the postman. It's like just.
It's like
reading
he
something.
has like some. I don't know.
I
Like
mean,
some
I know what he has,
collection
but-
of books, like nautical, like it's fiction, but like nautical themed books, so like Tales of the High Seas, and like not pirates though, just like sailors.
Sailors, not pirates, but like
But
Also,
fiction,
They're like
there's
fictional
just-
instructional.
sailing stories. It's fiction, but it's
Like,
not pirates.
there's
It's
that one
fiction.
book series. It was the basis for Master and Commander. I can't remember the name of the series now, but it's like one of those books where it's just like about the British Navy doing their thing for like 400 plus pages.
Or it's a book of like just a really normal trip that went perfectly well and nothing happened. Anyway, I come up behind you, Flynn, and I'm like, oh, that's a good one. I read that a couple of years ago. It's actually it's not that great. You should probably just leave it. There's no taker. We should get out of here.
do they die at the end? Oh yeah. Okay.
No, everything goes perfectly fine. I don't like nothing happens. There's no climax or anything. So anyway,
I mean, but do they at least catch a good fish? And of course, asking these questions as we're like leaving.
yeah, just I'll tell you later. Shh, we gotta sneak out. And then I think we'll leave the way we came in, and head back to where we stowed the bikes.
Flynn does a head check, make sure all three of us are there.
Yes, Davy is still there. But you can scurry across the street and get back into that alley. Janet, please roll force for me to see if you can
can't stop the
outrun
party, old
this
man.
elderly mailman.
All right, I'm subtracting 2 dice now.
Yes.
All right, so let's see what we get here.
Come on, Janet.
I
Fortunately,
believe
Janet is not doing anything remotely like staying safe, so I cannot give a die.
No.
Yep.
Well, that's
fail
a
again?
big fat nuttin'.
Oh
So I get smacked with a broom.
looking at the conditions.
Mm,
Like, what are we gonna do? Here?
okay.
I mean, one of them is injured.
Will. I'm not gonna give you a condition. I'm gonna do something else. So I'll say Mailman Larry is really adept at wielding a broom. Who knows where he got these skills from?
Damn,
But-
maybe you can't stop the party.
He gets this broom, like hooks it around your ankle and like gets your feet out from underneath you, so you just slam to the ground and are basically taken out. And he comes forward and grabs you by your shirt collar and pulls you up to your feet and says, Janet, I should have known that it was you. And then he will start walking you back to the post office. And when he gets to the he'll drag you around back and go inside and grab his keys and shut and lock or thinks he locks the door. He hasn't had time to inspect it. The lock's probably busted. And we'll pull you back around front, throw you into the passenger side of the mail truck, and drive to your house.
Janet.
Come on,
Janet.
Larry, come on. Be a dude. Come on. I was just looking for something I ordered in the mail.
You had to wake me up to do it?
Yeah, I couldn't wait anymore. Mail takes forever. There's a reason they call you guys snail mail.
Did we
Nope,
see
it's
that happen?
Every day. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, carry on. Sorry.
This is not subtle at all. The mail truck is parked in front. I imagine you have a view of the front of the post office, so you definitely see it happen. But yeah, it does not take very long for the mail truck to get to your house, and he parks it out front and pulls you out of the passenger seat and marches you up to the front door and knocks pretty loudly before it's pulled open by your mom. And she just looks at you. Larry and says, "Mr. Williams, what can I do for you?" And he
That can kill the mood.
shoves you forward. She glares at you, glaring daggers, and Janet here was making a ruckus at the post office this evening, drumming across the windows on the front door. Thought I'd give her a lift home. Thank you, Williams. And she reaches forward and grabs your shoulder, nails digging in a little bit, and pulls you inside. Sorry that she disturbed you. Make sure she understands that disturbing others when they're trying to enjoy their evenings is not the best use of. And he nods and see you tomorrow when I drop off your mail. He turns around and walks back to the mail
If you
truck.
delay that delivery, I'll know.
And your mom shuts the door and turns around, puts her hands on her hips. Care to explain?
I ordered something from a magazine. I was waiting for it to come.
And you couldn't have waited for it to get delivered like a normal person?
It was supposed to be delivered 2 days ago.
And instead of just going to the post office when it was open to ask if it had arrived, you... Or what?
Well, in case you forgot this too, I've got school.
Post office is open when you get out of school.
And it's time for the friends. Because, I still have those.
Maybe not for much longer. Go to your room.
Oh, I'm so scared. I'm certain you'll remember to do whatever the hell you're talking about. Just kick the trash can as I walk by to my room.
You hear her grumbling behind you.
Can I interrupt real quick to say something that we were doing during this?
Sure.
So sorry to interrupt. I think I don't want Davey to get in trouble. So I think as soon as we saw the truck heading in that direction, we would have tried to go as fast as possible on our bikes with Davey to sneak him in through the window of his house into his bedroom.
Okay.
So you can decide if we make it in time or if that's consequential, or we can roll for it. You let me know.
I'm definitely
but that's
gonna have
what I want.
you roll sneak. You can't.
Ooh, God.
I would say you probably can't totally keep up with the mail truck, but as this conversation is happening in the front, you could stop your bikes a couple of houses down and then go through the backyards to get behind the house to try and get Davey inside.
Perfect. Do you want me to roll that now, or do you want to finish up what you guys are doing first?
I'll finish up with Janet first because it's. Unless she does something, this will probably go pretty quick. Janet,
Okay.
when you get into your room, see that your tape player and your box of tapes is not there.
Mom! Just slam the door open. Where are they?
Where's what?
Oh, did you forget that too? I'll find it myself. And I just blow through the door to her room and I start rifling through everything. Not kindly, I would add.
Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. Yeah, you can start ripping everything apart, and it says from here that You're not gonna find them.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
You can check under the bed, overturn the dresser, dig through the closet, and there is no sign of your tapes or your tapes.
Check the attic.
Sure, you can head up there. Start shoving, probably kick up quite a bit of dust. But shove, like, the boxes of seasonal decorations out of the way. Dig through some of the winter clothes and everything.
Take one of the ball ornaments and just smash it out of spite.
Okay. Don't find your stuff.
Like, stomp back down the stairs, just like, I'm guessing like up to like my neck in dust.
Yeah, you're kind of pretty dirty. Between getting laid out on the ground by Mailman Larry and digging through the attic, you're kind of a mess.
Where are they?
Well, maybe I'll forget that too.
You are the worst. You know that? It's bad enough you and Dad have to scream whenever we're here on the weekend, but no, you have to take away the one thing I like too.
Maybe
You get off on this? Is this fun for you?
think this is fun for me?
Seems like it. Because I don't know why the hell you're doing this.
Maybe because I asked you not to leave your music turned all the way up when you leave for school.
It's not like I'm making any less noise than the two of you. You saying I've got the right to shut the two of you up?
You want peace and quiet?
I don't want
ahead.
peace and quiet. I want my damn music! Stomp off to my room and slam the door.
Okay.
And once the door is closed, I'm going to frantically check to see if the one secret box under my bed is also gone with the mixtapes in it.
That one is not. It's still there. I imagine that Parker and Flynn, with bringing Davy around back, probably hear some of the shouting.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that. With that new knowledge, I think I'm gonna turn to Davy and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, do you want to come hang out at my house tonight? We can like make some forts in the hideout and read some zoo books or something." If you
Janet,
feel fine here.
I mean, and it might freak out if she doesn't know where I go, though. So
That's fair. I'll be honest with you, Davey. You're old enough. I just want to make sure that you're safe. And if you're safer at my place, you can definitely crash. I don't mind.
he kind of shifts from side to side and is looking up at the house.
Why don't we sneak into Janet's room? We'll ask her, and then
No,
Flynn?
Or Parker. Sometimes it's better in these sort of situations to just not rock the boat.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn to Davey. Davey, it's your decision. You're the only one that can make that.
He looks a little hesitant and stares up at the windows in the back of the house, and then says, "I'll be fine. It's okay." And then he'll go over and like signal to you to help him up to his window.
Perfect. All right, we'll help out with that.
Go ahead and roll sneak.
Flynn is assisting Parker.
Okay, so you
Here.
get
Plus one
This
dice.
is
You get one extra.
keeping people safe. So you
can I
are
use-
in line with one of me as well.
Okay, how many dice are you going to give?
Oh,
yeah.
I can give more than one.
I believe so.
You got a pretty big pool, right?
Yeah, we have
Yeah, it just
4
says
right
you
now.
you can give bonus dice to the other kids when they roll to overcome troubles if they do as you say, and you can't give dice to yourself. So to me, that doesn't. It just can't be more than what's in the pool.
I mean, there's 4 in the pool right now.
There is.
Just empty the pool
If you
and
wanted,
start a
if
new
you want to just like shovel forth them, that's fine.
This for me for Parker specifically, this is an important role, so I'll take as much as you can give me.
Seeing as that's an important role for Parker, I will let you take all 4 out of that pool.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds good.
So the lead
Then
pool
I'm
has been
rolling
depleted.
8 dice. Thank God. From a normal 2 with the no, sorry, hang on.
It'd be
I've
7
got
if you have 2.
2, yeah, 7. Because I'd added 4 on top of what I was already doing. All right, cool. Yep, 7 dice. Here we go. How could I miss?
Do that.
Don't jinx yourself.
Don't jinx that.
I got 3. So I'm gonna look at what I can buy real quick.
Hey, there's just 2 for sneaks, so you can give a success to another kid. Not really.
I'll give
applicable
Davey a
in this
situation.
Situation. You're already helping him get inside.
Yeah,
So you find something unexpected or more of what you were looking for.
yeah, whatever you think there, Charlie. Even if it's just like some hidden tidbit of information that Parker doesn't know, but is like part of Janet's family, something like that.
Might I make a suggestion?
Sure. I mean, he has 2 of these, so.
Well, first of all, Janet was planning on trying to sneak out as well. But I did just say that she checks on the box with the mixtapes in it. I would presume their windows are close to one another. Maybe you
Okay.
sort of glance through Janet's window and you see her handling a tape that has your name on it with little hearts on it.
Oh,
Ooh. Ooh. Yes. Yes.
Knocked my headphones out of my thing. All right. I'm back.
Yes, I am here for that.
Cool. All right. I'll see that.
So that's 1.
That's one. And then if you got
That's
another one,
And
that's
I-
one success.
I will say you hear a semi-familiar, like, just whirring noise that you know is akin to these clockwork pets. And you look around and see not, you can tell it wasn't like here watching this house specifically, it's just moving through. But you see a bird, like a little bird clockwork pet moving between the houses. It's going somewhere.
Resting. Okay. Can I? So I'm just gonna shove the Janet mixtape into the back of my brain for now.
Suppress.
We'll come back to that. But I would like to. Can I get Davey in, and then with enough time to see where, still see that bird, and maybe attempt to follow it? And I pointed out to Flint as well. I'm kind of interested. I'm intrigued. You'd let me know. I could also make another roll.
Sure. I'll say you can point it out to Flynn. Would Flynn go with you to try and follow it?
Lynn?
So if it depends on how it is brought up. If you point it out, Flynn might not think of anything about it. But if you say, "Hey, let's follow that," Flynn will do it. So, how do you
I
say
guess
it?
man, I shouldn't have spent all of my lead roll. Yeah, I'm gonna.
I mean, now you can make a lead roll
Oh, right.
because the pool is clear.
Well, that's a good point. All right, I'll come back to that. Yeah, I think I will word it to Flynn as, like, should we see where that goes? Just to a point. We're not gonna jump any fences or anything. I just want to see where that leads.
Mm. We can see if we can follow it for like. I mean, how dark is it outside right now?
It's late. It's dark.
Yeah.
Sun's gone down.
Yeah.
I've got a flashlight.
I guess
You do.
can. That sounds fine.
And Flynn, hang on. Are you sure? Because I can go by myself if you want to stay back.
No, it's okay.
All right. Well, then I'm very happy to have your company.
Yeah.
All right, let's get going.
The two of you can take off.
Feel free to come back to us if you want to run other
I
things
was
as well.
going to ask if there was any particular scene Liz wanted to have this evening.
I don't think I have any real big Liz scenes, and I'm enjoying the hijinks that is occurring right now so much.
Okay.
So.
Right.
Good.
And is Janet just gonna mope for the rest of the night?
He mopes a little, anger cries a bit, and then probably like pulls a duffel bag out of the closet and like packs a change of clothes and will just like pop the window and head to the hideout because she's like, no, fuck this. Because she knows there's some music there.
You know? I won't even make you roll a sneak for it. You can just get out and head to the hideout. And there is a little surprise waiting at the hideout, but we'll get to that in a sec. For now, I think we can take a quick break and then see where the rest of this goes.
Stop.
I am chaos incarnate and it's fun.
It's your turn, so we'll be back here in 10 minutes. You stick around.
Hey, this might come out as total madness, but just wait. I really need to tell you something. 'Cause I feel alone in a room, surrounded by people. I wanna know if you're feeling it too. Out on the roof, here with you, it all seems so distant. With you, under street lights, right next to the skyline. With you, yeah. I've been a cynic for so many of my days. Now you just my makeup believer out of me. 'Cause you look so pretty in the sunrise, and somehow now everything is alright. I feel like every word is so translucent, so real. Oh, won't you tell me how you do it? Now I'm high, but the buzz in the room, surrounded by people. I couldn't care, yeah, but nobody but you. Sway, move me now, baby, dance, give into the moment. With you, under street lights, right next to the skyline. With you.
You're not supposed to be standing at the school like that if you're not a parent or a teacher. It's a fish, you know?
A fish?
Yeah, it's a
No,
fish.
we gotta get a pig. We don't need any fish.
Yeah.
That's your fish. The shark.
Sharks, the pigs of the sea.
Ah,
You're not wrong. Have you seen what ends up in their stomachs?
That's what I'm saying. They can eat anything, like a body.
Can we roll to find all the glitter in the art room?
No, we can just find all the glitter in the art room.
Okay.
yeah. We're like already like up to our necks in the glitter box in the craft room.
Your purse is full of
Full of
glitter.
glitter.
I feel like this is one of those cases where someone starts eating the glue, and it's just like, you're not supposed don't eat the glue. I'm eating the glue.
I'm gonna do it. I'm
Gluing
gonna do
all
it.
my fingers together right
Glitter
now.
glue. Now I'm sparkly inside and out.
I'm a robot.
Like passing that later.
It really stucks you up.
Glitter turd.
Ooh.
An intestinal geode.
It's okay. Goblins'
Oh.
intestines are naturally coated in slime.
I hate the phrase intestinal geode. That's terrible.
New sticker, guys.
Phrase. Oh, I hate the term
Oh.
intestinal geode.
It's your old nemesis.
Slothful Corvus, a fellow goblin.
Oh my god.
Bumblebee, what are you doing here?
You. Corvus. You should help me try and convince the pig vendor that they should give us pigs.
Oh, you're here for pigs. I'm here for ducks. That's weird.
Let's work together and get pigs and ducks.
What do you need the pig for?
It's a secret, but it's an easy way of going home.
I just want the ducks so I can fly.
Well, but what if the ducks can't carry you and now you're stuck here? We need a fast way out.
And as we know, nothing can outrun a pig.
Nothing. Fastest land mammal.
Have you ever been
Pigs.
chased by a wild boar? You're alive, so no.
True.
You have a point.
Logic is flawless.
Yes, there are no holes in that statement whatsoever.
And
I was a
try and
lawyer, I'd
convince
find
this
no
goblin
loopholes.
to help us.
I'm a goblin lawyer.
Yes. Goblin lawyer.
Shortly after Liz leaves, Janet comes back into the garage, like locks eyes with Parker. We're stealing mail. Get dressed.
God damn it, Janet. Cut to black.
Oh my god. Okay. This will not go horribly wrong. Okay. Oh, with that,
Well, can I really quick? Because this is fast. Because this is like a total counter to what Janet just did. When Liz gets home, Dominic's sitting outside the gate, and that's when he says it out loud to her. So now his animals picked up on him saying it. So it's like the plans are just everything's gone to
Fuck the
crap.
plan.
Okay.
all right.
So what is effectively happening is that one meme of someone about to get shot and someone's like, no, 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 no. Just diving in front of each other.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Maya didn't.
Flynn's
know. No, okay.
asleep.
Yeah,
Oh
Maya
my
didn't.
God.
Flynn is asleep. No.
What a way to end off episode 2. What a cliffhanger.
Show me love, make it change. Time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love, show me life, show me love, make it change. Time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. This is all we got. Show me love.
Well,
Of
I don't
all
know.
things.
Maybe you can contemplate that as you go and sit in the hideout.
Oh
We're
shit,
back.
are we back?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I was
My
watching
bad.
it.
We
I
just
was
came
watching
back.
it.
Sorry.
That's the best part of these things. I just get to start things at random times, and who knows what people are gonna start. Just
Should
jump
catch
in
me
on.
saying some out of pocket shit someday.
But welcome back, everyone, from our break. Just as a reminder, we do have some donations going on for the Trevor Project. If you want to affect this chaos and make our lives more interesting, or do some thinking for me, you have many rewards that you can redeem. So check those out if you're feeling generous. But I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Let's, before we see what Parker and Flynn are doing, Janet, you can grab your stuff and go to the hideout. And when you get in there, you immediately notice that there's a big, like, cardboard box sitting on the table. It's open, and it looks like there's several things, like gift wrapped things inside.
I'm drawing a blank here. Sorry. What was the name of Parker's mom again?
Jennifer.
Jennifer. She's home by this point, right? Or is she at work?
She has probably left for work at this point. Because she works overnights.
So like open the door into the rest of the house. Miss Parker's mom?
Don't get a response.
Sort of like look over the box, like, does it have a label on it or anything?
Not the box itself, but you do see that there are 4 sort of like packages inside, various sizes, and each one has a different name on them. One of them says Janet, one of them says Elizabeth, one of them says Parker, and one of them says Flynn.
No Dominic?
No Dominic.
Fascinating.
sort of pick up the one. Like the one that's for me. Like, how big are we talking here? Is it like a ring box or is it like big old thing?
It is not huge. It's definitely bigger than a ring box. Kind of like a decent sized cube shape.
Is the wrapping like themed in any way?
No, it's
Or
pretty
is it
plain.
just like Santa?
Janet, don't do anything I want to do.
I sort of like
You
put
hear
my
in the
thing in
background.
box and like close it slowly. Then I like take a roll of tape off the wall and just like rapidly start taping it shut.
Okay. Get tape it shut.
Come on to you, Saint Nick.
Just leave the box on the table.
I'll like take it off the table and then I'll like take stuff in the garage and like set it on top of the box just to make sure nothing can get out.
Okay.
Like the
Love it.
half a drum kit I've managed to put together is like stacked on top of it.
Okay.
And then Janet will like sit on like a ratty like love seat or something that we've got in there, just sort of like staring at it, and that's 100% where she falls asleep. Like, not even like a graceful sleep, like if/when someone finds her, she is just like face on the table, rest of the body just like hanging off of it, just like completely passed out. But yeah, she sees that and does what in her mind is the best method to secure it.
Alrighty. That's where Janet falls asleep. Parker and Flynn, you are going after
Hello.
this little clockwork bird. To keep up with it, I would like you to roll move. I probably
Awesome,
should've-
another 2.
Probably should have had Janet
got-
roll this when you were running away from the postman, but oops.
Oops. Okay.
A lot of skills.
I got one dice. Got one dice.
Ooh,
Here we go.
I have 2. Look at me beating Flynn at this.
Well, I mean, I am exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. True.
Did you do good?
No, I'm deciding if I want to push.
I mean, do you have any luck points left?
I do have another luck point.
I'm going to luck it up.
You're gonna luck it up. All right, I'm gonna luck it up too.
I did not do good.
Okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You know what? I think. I think I'm gonna leave it.
You
I'm
sure?
gonna spend it. I'm gonna spend the luck point.
Okay.
You'll get it back after
believe
this
in you.
session.
Fantastic.
They,
Then I'm
they
going
refresh
to-
between sessions.
Yeah. I'm gonna spend it. All right, re-rolling both my dice. Nope. I got 2 5s on the first one, 2 4s on the second.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna push. Parker's
You're not going to push it?
No.
I only have one dice. It's not worth it to me to push it, but I feel like it could be very thematic for one of us to hurt ourselves.
I could exhaust myself just by like really pushing myself to go faster.
Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah, fuck it. Everyone else is doing it. I'm going for it.
Peer pressure.
I'm
Peer
gonna
pressure.
I'm gonna push myself. Charlie, I assumed exhausted would make the most sense with this. Just like pushing extra hard to go faster.
Yeah.
All right. Nope. All right, there you go.
Okay. Yeah, both of you pedal furiously to try and keep up with this clockwork bird. I think Parker hangs on a little bit longer than Flynn because Flynn's already pretty tired. But
Mhm.
eventually it just outpaces you and gets around a corner and you get to the intersection where the streets connect and you don't know where it went.
Do we know what direction it went? At least, like, in the map sort of space, in what
towards what it was going?
I mean, it was going in the direction towards the center of town, but most things are in that direction, considering where your street is.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Dang it. All right. Hey, we gave it our best shot.
We tried.
We should not have been the people doing that, but no one else was there.
If only we had like Janet or something. Janet has like an unknown amount of energy.
Yeah, the one time that I wish Janet was here for a heist.
Right.
All right. So, I mean, I love Janet in moderation. All right. So let's.
I feel that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay. I guess we'll head back
Well,
then.
you also know now that Janet loves you.
I do know that. And that's why I'm like, I keep hesitating with my words because I keep being like, all right, I actually got to think about what I think.
Okay.
Because so I think we'll head back, and Parker's just gonna like, I now have that knowledge, and now I'm flipping in my head the topics that I have to think about, and one of them is the love tape from Janet.
So
I'll
do you bring
consider that
that
over
up to Flynn while we're riding, or do you just kind of?
I don't
not
think
say
so.
anything?
I don't think so, because I feel like that's Janet's secret. And so I'm not gonna go telling people until Janet's ready to tell people.
Fair enough.
So I don't think Parker would. Sorry. But yeah, we'll head back to the hideout. I think that's the most reasonable place to head.
Go back to the hideout. You get there and probably notice that there's a light on inside. And
Got
get
it.
in there and see Janet passed out in a chair, and also notice that there is a big cardboard box that has been massively taped up and has some other stuff just like stacked on top of it.
Awesome. Well, my question is, should we wake up Janet or let her sleep?
No, let Janet sleep.
Yeah, it's not a long day. I agree.
I would really hate if people woke me up to do things.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh,
All right.
I'm glad
Well-
that's never happened before.
Yeah.
Well, since I noticed the box, I'm gonna pull that out carefully from under the stack of things on top of it.
Okay.
I will insist with that.
Carefully move it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'll I guess open it up. I mean, it's covered in tape.
Yeah,
I gotta stop playing with my dice because I keep dropping them all.
there's probably a pair of scissors or something in here, and that you can use to cut open the box. And
Yeah,
inside,
perfect.
you find 4 individually wrapped gifts that have everyone's names on them but Dominic's. All of various sizes.
Fascinating. I tepidly hand the box to Flynn that has his name on it, or has their name on it. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Flynn would empty head just open it up. Just don't even.
I watched Flynn opens theirs up.
You open yours and find yours is like a square box. So you take off the wrapping paper and open this box, and inside you find a lot of like processors and other bits of like tech and machinery components. Some of it like very obviously mismatched and salvaged, but lots of things that you could use for building little devices or repairing other pieces of equipment that you might encounter.
Parts. Me like parts.
Any note or anything? I start looking through the rest of the box, see if there's like notes. Interesting. I see that
I will
Flynn's box.
say,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Parker, go ahead. And
Investigate.
no. Go ahead and make a comprehend roll.
Great. I am really good at that. I'm gonna roll
Same.
8 dice.
Maybe
6,
remember
7,
to
8.
subtract any conditions you have.
I'm subtract 1. I'm rolling 7. Well, 2 successes.
All right.
That was comprehend.
Yes, and there's the only
Um,
bonus effect is that you get additional information and +1 bonus die to one roll when you use the information.
Got it. Understood.
So,
What do I find out?
you looking at these things over at the name tags on the boxes, you recognize the handwriting as Dominic's.
Got it. Okay.
And I will say that additional information is not something I can give right now, but when one of the gifts is opened, you will automatically notice
Don't
something.
give me as much. Okay, cool. Hang on. Let me just write something down here. Flynn Hearts. Okay.
I
I'm
also
going
wrote
to.
down parts.
Yes. I'm gonna, seeing that Flynn's box did not explode, and knowing that these are likely from Dominic, I'm gonna now open mine. That's my name.
Wow.
Hey,
Colin-
you went ahead and opened it. I just was
Colin
taking
is
advantage.
trying to murder me with some of these names, so his pronunciation is probably going to be
Oh
awful.
yeah, take that again.
Oh,
You
wow.
open yours, and it's 3 books, which is the Dersu Uzala trilogy by Vladimir Arseniev, which is historical fiction about military journals through the Ussuri Basin with a native hunter.
Got it. Cool.
It's in Russian, isn't it?
When you get a chance, even if it's after stream, can you send that to me, just the text block over Discord?
Yeah.
Whenever you get a chance, no rush. Cool. Interesting. Is he like giving us gifts? I'm talking to Flynn now. Is he just giving us gifts? Because they seem very personalized. Why is he giving us gifts?
Because he appreciates our friendships, or it's a Russian holiday that we don't know of.
True.
There is only 2 reasons.
Exactly. There's exactly 2 reasons. I'm just worried that it's like he tells us this deep, dark secret about himself and then just leaves us a bunch of gifts. I don't know. I don't know, man.
It's a deep dark secret about it. So,
What's that?
nothing. It's fine.
All right. Fair enough. Okay. Well, I'm not going to pry into the other 2. But I do want to make sure that Liz gets hers at some point.
You can probably
Us.
reconvene tomorrow.
Well,
I'm gonna hang on to Liz's. I'm gonna specifically add it to my school bag.
Specifically adding to your school bag would be Liz's pet as well. Because Flynn needed to attach the parts and hand it off.
Cool. I can hang on to that as well if you'd like.
Well, yeah, because you're the responsible one.
I try my best. It's
I'm
difficult.
not
with
gonna
this
have
group.
it. I'm not gonna hand it to Janet to keep a hold of. I'm afraid Janet would put it in a box.
Yes. Should we wake up Janet or so that she can open hers?
I think Janet just needs to rest. Maybe wait till tomorrow.
That works.
I think we all need to rest.
Let's rest. I collapse on the floor.
So you're just gonna have
Well,
a big
no, I-
sleepover in the hideout?
Yeah, I think this happens on occasion. I let Flynn know that they're welcome to stay over if they want to.
I feel like with things that happen, Flynn will actually take that because not wanting to gamble with what's going on at their house. So
Awesome. All right. Stay on over. I get out like pillows and blankets. I gingerly try to slip a pillow under Janet's head. Do my best. Toss a blanket over her. And then make sure that Flynn's all comfortable, and then I'm gonna sleep out in the garage as well.
Okay.
I won't sleep in my bed tonight.
So we can jump ahead to the next morning. Would Elizabeth go to the hideout in the morning, or would she wait to reconvene with everyone at school?
I think she'd meet them before school, because she's not gonna take her clockwork at school because
Okay.
she's still keeping it
Still hiding it.
quiet. Yeah.
So we'll say you can get to the hideout and just walk in on everyone else still sleeping. In the hideout, and then there's a big box, a big
all three of us
cardboard
are just
box
snoring extra loud.
that has like one little package in it. And I'll say probably there's a box of parts next to Flynn, and Parker's like cuddling these 3 books in his arms.
Janet is asleep.
So
on the
I have a
table.
question. How worn are these books that Parker got? Are they
Great
well
question.
worn?
Yes, they are not brand new, so they've definitely seen someone's read them. They've seen some use. Not like worn in a way that they've been mistreated, but
Yeah.
well enjoyed.
I was thinking more of like, are they well read and were they like beloved books?
Yes.
I think Liz, how much time before? Do we have some time yet before we have to be at the bus?
Sure.
I think Liz will let them sleep as long as possible because she suspects something went on. And they're obviously exhausted, especially because Flynn was pretty exhausted yesterday. So she'll probably sit down and start leafing through one of her books while she waits, or one of her language books and maybe as if they sleep in too long, she'll give a little like nudge with her foot to like, hey guys, I get off.
I think a little bit before that point, Jennifer sticks her head through the door, obviously like trying to figure out where the heck Parker is, and sees the 3 of them passed out and you in the corner, and she kind of smiles and nods at you and brings over a baggie of muffins and sets them on the table for everyone, just whether to eat now or like take on the road on the bus to school. Or she gives a little wave and then heads back inside. And then you
I
can
think
wake
Liz will
everyone
give a thank you, or a quick thank you, and then she'll just start waking people up and being like, hey, we gotta go to school. Jennifer made muffins. Get ready.
I'm awake.
Oh man, that felt great.
Janet, you
Sleep.
wake up and see the box that you had taped shut and stacked stuff on has been opened, and there's stuff missing from the box.
Nobody move!
Why? Oh, there's a gift for
Slightly
you.
They got out.
What?
Lowers the
There's-
book and like glares over it, like, what is going on?
Flynn would go over to the box, grab Janet's gift, and start reading it. It's yours. It's a gift.
Santa Claus.
No, not Santa. Santa. It is too soon for Santa.
It's
I
2
say-
months too soon.
Janet, it's fine. They're from Dominic. They didn't. I can tell you that Flynn's did not explode when they opened theirs. So
Yeah, it was a bunch
you're
of
good.
parts.
I got some books.
Evil parts or
I mean,
There's no way to know.
morally gray parts. I haven't put any morality into them yet.
They're neither evil nor good.
They're just parts.
I pull the box out of my bag and hand it to Liz, and I said, "You got one as well." They're in Dominic's handwriting, but he didn't leave any notes or anything.
I think Liz will start like gently like unwrapping in like the really annoying painstaking way where you just like slide along the tape and everything and try not to rip the paper. And then as she's doing this, she'll be like, speaking of neither evil nor good, I take it you guys were up to something last night?
I
Looks over
glance
at
at the ground.
looks over at Janet. That's
Me
a good
too.
assumption.
I feel like Janet's got like a little broom-sized welt on like, the side of her head.
I'll speak for the group. Liz, don't worry. Nothing happened bad, technically speaking. nothing good nor bad happened, as we learned from the parts.
It was a
So-
morally gray evening.
Exactly. Everything neutralized by the end. However, I did see at some point a mechanical. Charlie, remind me, like a mechanical bird, right?
Clockwork bird.
I saw. Say that again.
A clockwork bird.
Got it. I saw like a clockwork bird fly overhead and head in the direction of the center of town. Me and Flynn heroically chased after it, but couldn't quite keep up, unfortunately. It was very fast. It was like 100 miles per hour.
So
The what?
heroically.
Did Rockstar get out?
Rockstar?
Rockstar being
No, it was
bird.
Oh.
wasn't. No, unfortunately, wasn't hummingbird.
Okay, sorry.
I don't think, right?
No,
No.
it was
I
not
wanna
Janet's
know-
bird.
Why
Was it the
Janet
same
has
size
a
or was-
wall-
It was bigger because Janet's is a hummingbird. This was kind of more like a bluebird-ish size.
Got it. Okay. Anyway, what were you saying,
I
Liz?
want to know why Janet is beaten black and blue.
You don't want to know. I don't think.
Decisions
Broom.
were made, none of them good.
Listen, Liz, I can tell you everything if you earnestly want to know. If
Oh,
you
what'd you guys find? I didn't get
Plausible
to ask.
deniability at this point.
Oh, Janet, nothing. There were no tapes in there, unfortunately.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was a
Like-
dead
It was-
end.
Dead end.
I feel like Liz pauses in her slow unwrapping process and pinches the bridge of her nose and like resists a heavy sigh.
Davia. Shit, Davy! And
No,
she just
Davy.
like books it out the
He's
door.
safe. He's safe. He's safe. He's back at the house. Unless you want to run.
Yeah, but she's responsible for helping him get ready in the morning.
Oh, gotcha. Good luck with that. We'll get to your gift
She
later.
is gone.
Do you leave the gift behind or do you bring it with you?
I think kind of like accidentally she brings it along. I feel like she took it and was just like looking at it as she was like trying to form responses, and then she just got that shot of adrenaline of like,
Yeah. Okay. So Janet runs off
Gone.
back home.
Perfect. What'd you get in yours, Liz?
I'm guessing by now she's finally finished it
You
and
pulled-
sets the paper aside.
Yeah, you pull away the wrapping, and it is a square velvet box. And you open it and find inside is a set of jade earrings. And what Parker puts together immediately upon seeing these is that they are a matched set for the locket that Dominic wears.
Oh,
Oh, juicy. I don't know if I bring that up. Look, give me 10 seconds.
10 seconds to think about it.
1, 2, oh.
my soul.
If you count it down, it's gonna take longer because I'm gonna be thinking about you counting.
You're gonna feel the pressure.
I don't think I'm
Oh.
gonna bring it up yet.
Russia.
I think the fact that Dominic didn't say anything, I think I want to let that either be a secret if he was trying to hide it, or allow Elizabeth to figure that out on her own.
don't further guilt trip Liz right now when she thinks she's gonna have to betray Dominic on
Yeah.
top of everything else.
Liz has enough on her mind. I think I'm gonna leave it for now, but I am adding it to my stores of knowledge apparently that Parker has of everyone in the group.
And remember that you get +1 bonus die for one roll when you use that information.
Great. Yes. Let me,
This is
Let
me
this is
file that away.
Parker's villain origin story right here.
Mhm.
Parker is
this.
starting his own little black book that instead of Liz.
But purely by accident, I'm just
Yeah.
stumbling across this information, and I'm like,
And it's
how
all
do
about
I-
his friends. It's all about his friends.
It's
No
all
one
about my
actually-
friends, and I'm not saying anything specifically because I don't want anything to change. Yeah, okay, I got it. Cool.
Well, obviously, it makes the most sense for you because Parker's going to write a story about this entire thing. Right?
Exactly. I have to know the most because of when I make millions off of our book in the future.
Mhm.
We're
I
100%
love
the
this.
chronicler of the team.
Liz may or may not have a publishing house that she can connect you with.
Oh my god.
Thanks, Liz.
Janet's in charge of promos.
that author buddy of mine might be able to slip a manuscript in with
Oh my
theirs.
gosh. Get him an agent real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought of the implications of that. Okay, carry on. I'm sorry. About the necklace and the earrings. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
Dom,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Oh
man?
man. What
Yeah.
are you doing, Dom?
Hey, go take it up with Colin.
Yeah, no. I'm excited to see where this leads. I'm assuming when he comes back. Cool. All right. Filed away. I'm gonna bring you said the books were like a series, right? Like
The
a trilogy. Sort of thing?
trilogy. Yeah.
Got it. I'm gonna bring the first book with me to school. That'll and the other two I'm gonna add to my bookshelf.
Guessing the three of you are gonna head to the bus stop then?
Yeah. Liz will make sure her clockwork is tucked in her bag as per usual now.
Parker's gonna tell the group, I'm gonna leave my clockwork guy behind. I don't know if there's consequences with that, but I'm gonna do it. You guys can do whatever you want, but I just figure one less microphone out there picking up everything I say that's incriminating.
Assuming a certain activity takes place today, we kind of need mine.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of need all of ours to help boost the signal to be nearby. Because that was how that worked, remember?
Damn it. All right, I'll bring mine. This time.
Also,
Unless
Just
there's
for
new
today.
information that I don't know about from last night's escapade.
there's no new information. Everything
Was there any new information? I'll take it back.
No.
No.
Besides the bird.
No,
Unless
you
we
saw
wanna
the
take a chance
bird,
on
and
the
there
bird.
weren't any tapes in the post office.
Also, I think Larry the mailman is like living in the post office, but that's his own thing.
That does go in Liz's book.
They're gonna blackmail this poor mailman. He's just trying to do his job, and he's getting harassed by a bunch of kids.
There's a perfectly good reason that he's there, probably.
Yeah, right. Perfectly good reason.
While going to the bus stop, Flynn will look down the road to see if, like, just to kind of casually look at their house, make sure everything looks fine, because they didn't say anything to parents that they wasn't going to be there, but don't know. It was just kind of like casually, like, is everything still standing?
Yeah, the house is not burned down yet, so
Okay.
it's probably okay. Probably. Yeah, so the three of you can head towards the bus stop while Janet runs home.
Lovely.
And Iz runs as she realizes shortly after getting outside, oh yeah, my bike is still by the post office.
What happened? Thankfully, you all live on the same street.
Yo.
Yes.
You can sprint back to the house, and I imagine you just like throw open the front door and head inside.
I less the front door, more per window. Just like
Sneaks back.
dives onto
Fair.
the bed.
Fair.
Mm-hmm. I have a question because of system things, but was us all staying over at the hideout satisfy the need to spend a scene to heal up?
So, or
Oh yeah, that was in my head as like I'm gonna make sure to do that before we leave, and then I forgot. But
so for the caveat for these is not just spending a scene together. You're meant to be like taking care of each other.
Mhm.
Okay.
So there actually needs to be like some either like emotional connection
Okay.
or support, or if you're like physically injured, something in that sense. It's not just like being together. There has to be some meaning behind it.
Even if it doesn't clear mine, would you say that me going around and getting blankets and pillows for everyone and making sure that they're safe for the night would satisfy that condition? I don't need it for myself, but would that satisfy for the other two? That's totally up to you.
I'm fine either way.
Yeah, or we could just continue to be tired. We did
I
have
don't
a big
think
night.
so, because like it's taking care of each other. So
Yeah.
there should
Mhm.
be some
Okay.
reciprocity there, and it's designed for like
Sounds good.
both of you to heal conditions. So
Mhm. All right.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that. We had a very restless night anyway, so it makes sense that we're gonna wake up a
just
little groggy and
get through the school day, and
full of
then be
conditions.
like, time to go to the hideout and have a big like pillow fort cuddle pile. And
exactly. Yeah,
talk to
midday
each
nap,
other.
evening nap. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good.
Express our emotions.
All right,
Yeah.
Janet, carry on.
Yep. So just jump through the window, like fumbling over herself, like get through the door. Davy?
You just hear a very tired, yeah, coming from downstairs.
Like brush down there. Is he already like ready to go?
He's his hair's very mussed up. He's probably wearing like some button-up shirt, but the buttons are mismatched, and like half the shirt is tucked in, and he's just sitting at the table with a bowl of Fruit Loops, yawning over his bowl.
Sorry, dude. Come over and start like fixing his shirt for him.
Where are you?
I went back to Parker's place. Didn't really feel like dealing with Mom.
I mean, you don't a lot of the time, so.
You got home okay?
Mhm.
Parker, make sure you get home.
Parker and Flynn. Get me right back.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. We're running a little late today. You almost done with your cereal there?
Yeah, and he shovels the last couple spoonfuls in his mouth and just leaves the rest of the milk that's in the bottom of the bowl.
Alright. Go ahead and get packed up. We gotta get ready here. Haven't changed.
We'll go collect his things.
Janet changes, gives like a token effort to do her hair, but she is just not in it today.
Fair.
And I leave it up to you whether or not they miss the bus.
Roll a d6 for me.
2?
2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say you're probably sprinting towards the bus stop as the bus pulls away.
Oh. Man.
Do any of us see that? Could we like try and get the bus to stop?
Yeah. Can Liz try like to talk to the bus driver to get him to wait a little extra longer?
I'll let one of you roll charm.
Not me.
Probably
think-
Liz, I suspect.
Yep. I'm guessing.
Yay, Liz is back.
This is gonna try and
Yay, the
charm.
brain cell returned.
Yay, the social manipulator.
She brought it back.
I think Liz takes a break from trying to like smooth Flynn and Parker's like rumpled, just got up outfits, and is like, oh wait, we're missing two, and asks the bus driver politely, maybe as Elizabeth Thine specifically, not as Liz the student, to wait a little bit.
Flying pressure.
I guess we're also technically waiting on Dom, so that would be
Yeah.
the other person you're holding up
So
for.
that is one success
Okay.
out
What
of
was his
7.
name? Bus driver Billy or something?
Bob?
Bus
It
driver
was something with
Bob?
a W.
Bus driver Willie?
Did I write it down?
I did not
feel
write
like
it
it
down, so I
was
think you can make up
red.
anything at this point. Get in the comments.
No, it's
and do the number.
Bobby. It is Bobby, the bus driver.
Bobby the bus driver. Okay. I gotta write
writing
that
that
down.
down.
Because we need bus driver.
Yeah,
sayings.
because he has his facts.
I was gonna say everybody write it down.
Yeah, always
Done.
make sure your laces are tied, else you take a tumble.
Bobby the bus driver, as you come up and like so politely ask him to wait for two kids who are running a little bit late. Is just like, well, of course, Miss Thigh, let me just slow this beast on down here and pull over to the side of the road, and it comes to a little shaking and shuddering stop. And he grabs the handle and pushes it to the side to open the door. Janet, you see the bus come to a stop and is waiting for you.
Like Janet like almost overshoots. She's just like sprinting so fast. She's got like Dominic's like gift like hanging out of her mouth as she's like trying to use both hands.
The anime toast, but with the gift.
Yes.
Yep.
I feel
Just
like
sort
you,
of mutters like, "Ugh, thanks."
Janet, you best be careful and set an alarm, because if you sleep in too late, you're gonna miss an opportunity right in front of you.
Yeah. Thanks. Like make sure that Davey gets on board.
The two of you can get on.
Finally,
and-
just like collapse into the nearest available seat, just like, ugh.
And Bobby the bus driver. Sorry, I'm just laughing at what Jenna said in chat. Bob is sus.
Bob is sus.
See sus.
Yeah.
Words of wisdom. And he shuts the door, and the bus rumbles forward as you head down the street towards school.
Parker definitely notices that Dominic didn't get on. Is that a normal occurrence? Like, does he miss a lot of days? Should I be super worried, or is that normal?
Not super normal. He's probably missed a couple of times, but yeah.
Gotcha. I'm gonna assume that that's just like we had a big conversation last night, but I'm also a little bit worried because someone just giving a bunch of gifts and then disappearing is a
Yep.
little worrying.
I think Liz is trying to ignore that worry as well by fixing everyone's clothes before they get to school, basically.
Got it. You're
and
focusing on everyone
yeah.
else to try and
And,
avoid
like,
that. I like that.
rushing hair and making sure nothing's like super rumpled or out of place. Like it looks like people slept in their clothes kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Parker, in solidarity of Flynn not being able to change clothes, has also not changed clothes.
Oh my God. That
Thank
is
you.
Such
We
a
need
weird
solidarity.
thing to
Is
express
that
solidarity on.
Janet
Well,
has
yeah.
changed clothes, but as usual, it's like something that she pulled out of a pile that is ostensibly clean.
Mhm.
Close enough, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't smell bad enough to be dirty.
Cool. All right, bus ride in. I'm gonna
Is Janet going to open her gift?
I was
How's
gonna
that?
say that Parker like sits nearby and like stares at the box, like what could it be? Parker's very interested in these gifts.
What's
I
in
do
the
feel like
box?
there's a few minutes where Janet is just like laying, like eyes somewhat rolled back in her head, just like, oh,
Catching
made
her
it. Yeah. Then she sort of realizes that like the box is sitting on her chest. She sort of picks it up. You said these are okay?
They haven't exploded yet.
Do you think Dominic would explode you?
The only
No.
thing he knows how to do with science is build a bomb, so maybe.
Right.
There is
Yeah.
precedent here, but I don't think he'd do it to us. I think maybe.
And
I
in
think-
like stark contrast to Liz, Janet just like grabs the top of the wrapper and just like rips it open.
Okay. Got it. Colin. Okay, so you find inside is a collection, a period appropriate, I must add, collection of punk rock tapes from Russia, including Nadrastat by Tomaszewski, Udav Led Voratelli, Desiati Molodezny album by DK, and Poganaya Molodios by Grastanskaya Oborona.
I'm gonna have to actually look these up. Can you send
I'm
these to
suffering.
me? You can shoot those to me.
Some of these sound familiar. I'm not gonna lie. Oh,
I should have. I was practicing the pronunciation, and probably sounds better if I was trying to do a Russian accent. Honestly.
Yeah.
I think you did fine. You're
Oh.
good.
It was close enough.
Close
We
enough.
got
was-
the idea
it was
that
something.
it was supposed to be Russian.
Yeah, they're Russian. That's the information we needed. Cool. I love it.
Yeah, the pronunciation is what lets you know it was Russian, not me
Yeah.
just being not me just saying punk rock tapes from Russia. That wasn't enough.
Right.
That's
Right,
not enough.
no,
No,
that's-
no.
no.
You gotta.
You could have lied to us.
yeah.
Never let be said this man doesn't do his research, apparently.
Oh God. Cullen was
I
apparently
mean-
thinking about these gifts for the past week. Oh,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Sweet.
but yes, that is what you have.
I think Janet sees those. She gets weirdly still and quiet. And just has like a little bit of a smile on her face. That turns into a little bit of a frown as she remembers that, oh wait, my player back home has vanished.
Next time you shouldn't sass your mom.
I think at this point, Liz isn't necessarily sitting with the group. She's moved to like
For spot.
The
already
Liz
start
spot.
doing her like social butterflying, but she is keeping an eye on the group and watches the present get open. And as after Janet's done opening her present and has gotten quiet, I think Liz actually puts on the earrings and slowly puts on the earrings and using one of her friend's mirrors or something to make sure they're sitting right and everything.
Oh. So sweet.
Does she tell them where they're from? No. She's keeping her air of mystery, but
Few of them are probably curious. So I feel like this is also
Yeah.
like this style of earring probably isn't something you often wear.
no. It definitely is not.
You can get to school. Does anyone have a scene for the school day? Like there will be at least one.
Yeah. I think one thing that Parker will do really quick is start looking through and reading the book that he got.
Okay.
However, I just realized, is it written in Russian or is it an English translation? Because if it's written in Russian, I'm screwed. It becomes a collector's item instead.
It'll translate
Well,
for you.
I will we'll say it's probably
We don't have to answer that now if we want to
Yeah,
wait for
I was
Colin.
gonna say we could say it was probably an English translation, and then if Colin has something else in mind, he can correct
Perfect.
it next week.
Then never mind. I'll look at it later when Colin's back in next week. Love it. I just love the idea of him giving me homework. Learn Russian.
Yes.
Learn Russian and then read these.
Yeah.
That's the moral of this campaign. Everyone learns Russian.
Mhm.
for
Everyone
various
learns
reasons.
multiple languages.
Yes.
That's the end game here.
Exactly.
Become
If we each
multilingual.
learn a language, then it's like we know 5 extra languages. So
Yeah.
just saying.
Hmm.
I'm gonna learn Russian. I've already claimed it. But yeah, I'm good. That's the only thing I was gonna do.
Liz is learning so many, but Russian is one of them.
Oh, the
But
other
there's
thing I'm
others.
doing, yeah, the other thing I'm doing is avoiding the math teacher I talked to yesterday as much as possible.
Mrs. Anderson.
Yes.
Okay.
So just
You
so you're aware, that
See
is
her in
something that
class, and that's it.
great. Sounds good. I sit as far in the back of the room as possible, assuming it's not assigned seats.
Probably not.
head down, avoid eye contact.
Well, I have a question in relation to that because that's probably also where Janet sits. Are you treating her any differently?
Oh, damn.
Mm.
Ah,
You were so great at getting information out of Mrs. Anderson. How well
Yeah,
do you do about acting
totally.
casually around Janet?
I think
Yeah.
I will be acting casually. I don't want Janet to know that I know. If we want to do some sort of roll to see how well I did, feel free just to let me know. I'm happy to do that. But I think I'm gonna try and hide the fact that I know that what you have as much as possible.
I mean, how well do you think Parker would hide it?
Not well. I think yeah, good point. Yeah, I think you would notice just things are slightly more awkward than normal. Like anytime that you try to talk to Parker, you're met with like short one-word sentences in response to anything that you say, instead of carrying on full conversations. So you end up feeling like you're having to carry the conversations a bit more. That's basically what you get out of that.
So something along the lines of like, you know, if Liz did the thing yet?
No.
Other question: is Liz in this math class, and is she observing this awkward interaction?
I mean, it basically happens all day. So anytime that Janet and Parker happen to cross paths, because we hang out sometimes. Used to be in the library, but
I was about to say you
Only
cannot
for this
avoid
week.
Janet.
So,
Yeah, exactly.
So she's so at some point Liz might see the single word interactions between Parker and Janet trying to
Probably.
communicate.
Yeah.
Does this go in the black book? Yes. Is Liz going to try later? And I feel like the entire school recognizes Liz's black book when it flashes out briefly because they know what it is.
Is it like actually a black book or is
Oh
it
yeah,
like,
it's totally a little black notebook, and like people have seen like snippets of like the contents, but it's all in code.
I feel like
So-
100% the D&D club at school has nicknamed that thing the Necronomicon.
Love it. Yeah. So I would say that it's obvious enough that Liz would pick up on it if you would like to pick up on that.
I think Liz definitely wants to pick up on it because they're her friends. It's like, what the fuck is going on with these guys? Not for one night.
Yeah. And then Janet, you would pick up on something as well. It's minor, but it's just a little bit of an awkwardness.
Yeah, but Janet's also tired and is partially fulfilling her own self-perspective here that you're agreeing with her to some degree that this isn't really something we should do to Dominic, but apparently we don't have any other choice.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe you're mad at her about the mail thing. She doesn't
There
know.
could be any number of things. You're right. Yeah.
But I do think that combined with just how exhausted she is would lead her to seeking out. Where did I write this down on here? I know I wrote this down. Oh, goodness sakes. Yeah, there we go. My anchor, who is at school.
Hey. Your anchor is Davy?
No. My anchor is the janitor, if you remember.
Love that.
We have not named him, so open to name suggestions here.
He probably loves the report he got of the girls' bathroom being completely blocked off the other day, where we wouldn't let anyone in.
We could call him Janitor Mike.
Oh, okay. I was going to say Clifford, but yeah, Mike.
Clifford?
Oh, I actually really like Clifford.
Okay.
That feels like an old man name.
Janitor Clifford. We got bus driver
Add it to
Bobby.
my list of names.
We got mailman Larry. We got Janitor Clifford. Yeah, I think
He's like the one adult Janet generally refers to by name. Like calls him Cliff.
I was gonna say, does she call him Cliff?
Yep.
Yeah, he probably has, his little spot in like his little janitor closet, and he'll go around. You see him probably pretty frequently pushing his trash can on wheels and all of his supplies and stuff. Well, thank yous. Probably packing up supplies from the janitor closet to head somewhere when you find him.
Hey, Cliff.
Hey, Janet. How you doing?
Okay. It's been a few days. Hey, would you mind unlocking the back door for me again? I just need to get some fresh air.
Sure. I gotta swing by that way anyway. Someone puked in the second floor bathroom.
Nice.
Or it's chunky.
Nice.
No, thank you.
And as they're sort of walking along, she'll be like, "You ever have kids, Cliff?"
I think he pauses a little bit and looks up and down the hallway and says, nah. My life's dedicated to keeping this pristine institution nice and clean. Everyone who comes through these doors is like a kid of mine. I've seen the best and the worst of them.
Sorry for being one of the worst. And
I mean, you know,
sorry.
you're not the only one who's had explosive diarrhea once in their life. It's alright.
Yeah, I was gonna say sorry about that one thing freshman year.
The burritos can be pretty nasty sometimes. They
Yeah,
really should
boy,
change
does.
that recipe.
I've
It's the
had one too.
beans. It's in the beans.
Something wrong with those beans. I don't know, I'm just... My mom took my sound system last night. Got angry and ran off and... wasn't there in the morning for Davy like I have to be.
Sometimes
I don't really think...
Sometimes you need a little time to yourself.
Yeah, I don't really think he blames me for it, but... God knows Mom ain't gonna do shit. I don't know.
Why do you think that you and your mom are on such bad terms?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it used to be like this the whole time. Ever since her and Dad started fighting.
Sounds like she might be frustrated.
She's not the only one. She's not helping with that.
And antagonism just doesn't kind of bleeds out into all aspects of life. You know?
I would if I knew what that word was.
What, bleeds? I thought that was pretty straightforward.
Antagonism?
Oh, antagonism. It's like, kind of like when you're looking for a fight, where you want to pick on some people, just that negative,
Oh, when
like
you're
a
itching.
mild version of anger, where you just poke at everybody.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Looking to
about.
stir up some trouble.
Yeah. I guess.
probably sure it's not she's probably not entirely doing it on purpose, but it can be, it can be a difficult situation to manage if she's feeling dissatisfied in a lot of ways, but you're also allowed to feel hurt and upset about that, and if taking her anger out on you, then that's not right.
Wasn't anything wrong until they started fighting.
Maybe she's looking for a little bit of a sense of control. She's fighting with her husband a lot. Maybe she's looking for something that feels like she can hold on to, and maybe she's holding on a little too tightly or in the wrong way. But she feels a little like helpless or powerless with the fighting that's been going on, and thinks that something she can hold on to. Again, not that that's right and it's really hurting you, but doesn't justify it. It's just an explanation.
I mean, I can take it.
You shouldn't have to.
Come on. Rock and roll chicks are made of tougher stuff. I'm more worried about Davy. He doesn't deserve this.
Neither do you. Both deserve to have a home where you feel safe and loved and cared for, supported. Somewhere you can go if you're having a problem.
That's been more the band lately. Of course, that's getting more and more complicated.
Fight with your friends?
No. Well, I don't think so. Parker's not really talking with me.
For a
how was I
while, or
supposed
is
to know?
that recent?
Started today.
Something could be bothering him. It might not even have anything to do with you. Maybe he's just troubled by something.
Yeah, I guess. We gotta do this thing today. You know Dominic, the Russian kid?
Of course I do.
Yeah, we're supposed to tattle this big secret about him. He asked us to do it. It's weird. I don't like it, but I couldn't really stop it.
You trust him?
Yeah. And you can add him to the list.
Well.
As if that stupid mixtape wasn't hard enough to make already.
Things like that. Not about being perfect. Just art. Comes from the heart. You're mean and we'll find a way. Kind of like things at home. Try communicating from the heart.
Well, I hope people like communication at 100 beats a minute. This puppy don't really slow down. But thanks.
anytime, Janet. And some people might be able to jump in and improvise with your level of communication, but it's okay to change the tempo a little bit, slow things down. Especially if someone maybe a half step behind you. Could be on the offbeat.
You're a pretty wise guy for an adult, you know that?
You get to be that way when you're in toilets.
The wisdom of Mr. Clean.
Not just anyone can get things sparkling like I do. Special touch.
The bell's about to ring here. Thank you. Really. Hey. You need something mixed up. You know your gal.
I could go for a lean in tape. Show me what you got.
Challenge accepted. Rock on, Cliff. Rock on. And she'll saunter away, a bit higher in spirits.
Okay. Spent a scene with your anchor and did not get into trouble, so you can clear a condition. Is it all conditions? All conditions.
Ooh. Okay. Recharged. Oh.
Okay. Liz.
I think lunchtime comes around, and Liz is waiting outside briefly, waiting like for the most people to be in, so this gets witnessed by as many people and as many clockworks as possible. I think she rubs one of the earrings a little nervously for good luck, and then saunters into the lunchroom, heading straight for, I have their names, give me a second.
Ricky and Jackson.
Ricky and Jackson's table, I think, and I think she sits down right on the edge of it, perching, interrupting their meal, their conversation, and she whips out the black book, and she's like, I have some information for you about a certain upstart.
They pause when you come and lean against the table, and just because they claim a table in the back corner, just away from everyone, where they can be loud and rowdy and whatever and make a mess. And they pause when you perch on the table and look up at you. And
she's definitely picked the cleanest spot on the table, but she's made it so they can't ignore her. Her hand is she's leaning on her backhand, so it's in between where they were conversing. She's like, I hear there's a certain Russian individual who hasn't been the best for your reputations.
Ricky scoffs, and what do you care about it?
Well, I might have some information that could be of interest to you for your endeavors to even the odds a little.
Why are you interested in helping us?
Girl never knows when she might need some muscle to back her up.
So, what, you give us this information for a favor?
A favor at a potential later date. Little one, nothing terribly outside of, or that would go outside of your normal repertoire capability.
They both look you up and down. And Jackson leans forward and says, how good is this information?
Good enough that it'll certain to do some damage.
They share a glance between each other. I would like you to roll charm.
I have my book with that.
That's
That
your
I have
iconic item.
Yes, that is established.
Sure. That has a bit of a reputation and
Yes.
carries some influence, so you can use that as your.
Yeah, no.
But you
that
get
is
an extra
definitely
2
her.
dice. Say at this point too, a lot of the people in the nearby tables have taken notice of this, because you don't just talk to Ricky and Jackson; they're far
No.
below you on the social scale. So everyone is
That
paying
would
attention.
Be 3 successes.
Okay, you can buy 2 bonus effects.
Now I have to pull that up again. It's not looking in charm.
I feel like the rest of the crew are like sitting at a table off to the side. And Janet's just like twiddling her drumsticks in like faster and faster circles, just like stressed out.
Yeah, pretending that we don't know what's happening.
Yep. Just like goes flying out and just like pings off a trash can.
I was gonna say
I
flies
feel
backwards and like
like-
lands in the mashed potatoes.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. So I get 2 bonus effects.
Yes.
I think. Well, I'm not lying. So I think I'm gonna go with the lasting relationship. And they will take a risk to help me at a later date for this
Ooh.
information.
I like it.
Never know when we might need 2 thugs.
But yeah, thugs, high school bullies.
Hired muscle.
Yeah.
Thugs for
Okay.
us, and also it's gonna be very funny if we call them in when it's all 5 of us.
Yep.
And they're just like, wait.
Wait, what? Okay.
That's right. We played you.
AGB
Alright.
tactics, bitch.
They share a look and look back at you. Say, okay. You have a deal?
I think Liz gives a smile that she's pretty known, I feel like also is known for. Like, you've made a deal. Like, this is
This
people
is the
know when
face
they
side
make-
of her.
Yeah, this is very much the face side of face side of Liz.
I'm seeing a
and
pattern
she's
here, Tess.
Yeah, just a little bit. It's fine. I promise. I'm a perfectly healthy
I've
person.
got werewolves. Tess has got
Sure.
Fae.
Yeah. And she leans in conspiratorially just so they can hear, and she whispers, Dominic's mother isn't back in Russia. Dominic's mother died.
They both
Mic
get
drop.
these very slow, kind of sinister grins. They look at each other and say, that was sting aid. And they stay there for like a couple seconds longer before they both get up, leaving their trays of food on the table and head out of the cafeteria.
I feel like Liz, I think even before they have left the table, I think Liz spills the secret, stands up, brushes off her already immaculately clean outfit, and then heads back to her normal, like, queen bee area where her clique is waiting, essentially.
And you said you did that quiet enough so only Ricky and Jackson heard?
She tried to make it so it seemed conspiratorially, so she would have tried to make it so her thing in her bag would hear, but other than that.
Yeah, you just want the thing in the bag so
yeah.
that I can transmit to all the other stuff
She wanted
without
to make
the
sure
rest of the kids
that
here.
would she wanted to make sure that would transmit, but
And you can head back to your queen bee table. And probably a few of the girls are like, what was that about?
taking care of a few things, earning some favors for the future with some tasty information that I acquired yesterday. I'm sure you'll see the results of that little tidbit.
Looking forward to it. And I think the conversation turns to, once again, the meaningless topics.
Boys.
The stuff that you don't really care about. But keep an ear out for in case anything
definitely.
is mentioned.
There's little things she'll jot something in her notebook, but other than that.
So we have a little bit of time left. Are there any other scenes anyone would like to have?
Hey, Flynn.
Yeah?
How good are you at tracking technology? You always manage to find stuff in the junkyard. Can you, sniff it out somehow? Like, you got a metal detector or
Yes,
something?
I am a bloodhound when it comes to finding anything that is metal and plastic parts.
I got a really big magnet.
Hang on. This is the sarcasm thing, right? Okay. I got that.
Nick still has the sign we can't indicate.
We need another sign.
Everyone needs to be carrying one sarcasm sign. It's just our normal team loadout.
My mom hid my music stuff. I don't know where she might have put it. I don't know if it's in the house.
And you want something to listen to inside the house?
Well, I want my stuff back. She took all my tapes. No, most of them.
Do you think it's inside the house or in the junkyard?
Maybe it's in the junkyard. I don't suppose I have a rough idea of where my mother spends most of her time outside of the house.
There's probably a cafe or something where a lot of the housewives get together. I feel like your mom would probably have maybe a part-time office job too.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, she works at the office, she goes to the cafe. Guess the house is kind of close to the junkyard, so maybe.
Okay. I mean, I can check the
What if she just threw it all out?
I shouldn't have put that in your head. That probably didn't happen.
Better not have.
Why would she throw it out?
Because she's mad at me.
So, what do you do when someone's mad at you?
Tell them to shove it, usually.
That's not healthy.
Feels good.
Yeah, but it causes more problems. You should talk it out. Once, of course, you're less angry about it. I can see what I can find, but just promise me you'd try to talk to your mom. Because if anything, I'm going to find junk, I'm going to repair junk, and it's not going to be your stuff. And it may not even be good quality.
Yeah.
The only way to get good quality is to at least attempt to talk to your mom. Or to get a lot of money to buy new.
We could rob the convenience store on second.
No,
Janet,
no more
Janet,
robbing.
please.
You could
More
have been.
crime.
You almost got in bigger trouble last night. If the postman didn't like take you home, could have took you to the police.
Yeah. Probably don't want to
Please.
be arrested again.
Just allow that crime streak to cool off a bit, you know? It's better to when they don't expect you to do something.
Yeah. Good point. Just hate this, you know? Not being able to help.
Help. Ooh. We're all helping in the way that we can. We just gotta keep doing. Do what we can for the people we care about, right?
That's what I've been trying to do, but stupid tape wasn't in the stupid post office.
But you tried. That's all that matters.
Parker's mad at me about it now, I think.
No. I mean, probably a little freaked out, knowing Parker. But, like, that again is something you just need to talk to Parker about. Or do you want. Well, no, I'm not going to get into that. That's not me. Nope.
You'd probably do it better than me.
Doubtful.
I mean, you seem pretty smart.
Smart doesn't mean good at talking to people.
Does with Liz.
Liz is also really good at my video games.
Yeah. You're pretty good too.
No, I'm not. I can't get past level 1.
I mean, neither can I.
I mean, what I'm saying is that everyone has their own talents. But, like, nothing matters when it comes to, like, talking to your friends about talents. You don't need to have talents to talk to friends. Though, I guess in Liz's case, maybe having talent talking with people means you have more friends, but that's an entirely different discussion.
I don't think those girls are friends. She doesn't hang out with them like she hangs out with us.
That's fair. I don't pay attention to people. You could tell me they're best friends and I'd probably believe it.
They're not. Do you believe some of those bitches have the gall to talk about her behind her back?
No? When did that happen?
Yeah, a year and a half ago.
Oh. Well then. I did not know that that was the case. I mean, though I guess if they're... Some people be like that.
A lot of people be like that.
Well.
They're who we call assholes.
Yeah, assholes are great. Everyone's got at least one.
Ha! That's good. That's a good one. Remember that one. See, you're smart. You can do this talking stuff.
Okay. But that's because we're friends. So you should talk to your friend and your mom.
Yeah, okay.
If it helps, maybe talk to someone who's better at talking to people, like Liz, for maybe some pointers on how to break the ice. In not an angry sort of way. But that's your call.
That's one way to do it, I guess. It's
Are you imagining actually like breaking ice? No, I mean like
No, I know what you're talking about, but I mean like I also want to talk with her about some things and asking for pointers.
You just want me to be like there for you and be your accountability buddy and get you to talk to these people? I'll stand behind you. I promise I won't have a knife behind you. But you will feel the pressure.
It's a very specific assurance. Good to know you won't stab me. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. I'm just being truthful. I won't stab you.
Appreciate it. Yeah, maybe having some of the rest of you guys be there for this is good.
I got your back. You want to go talk to Parker now? You can probably easily find Parker. He's probably, like, in front of the library wishing he could go inside.
Maybe he's mad at me about that, too.
He's just standing at the door looking through the window with his hand on it. I wish I could go in.
He was able to get some books for the week, and, like, I don't think he's upset about it. Like, a friend in need is a friend indeed.
Okay.
Okay?
Just gonna go talk to him.
Let's go talk to him. I'm right behind you.
Talking to him.
Flynn will actually get behind you and start pushing.
Yes.
And just, come on, let's go.
Right. And as Flynn pushes Janet up to where Parker is gazing longingly through the windows to the library, that is where we'll wrap things up this week.
Woo!
I would also like to point out that whoever was talking behind Liz's back, did she know? Yes. Did she brutally put them back in their place before high school? Yes. They're probably among those lackeys right now that are licking her boots.
Either that or they had to move schools.
All of that, however, did not stop Janet from throwing mud in each of their faces and then coming to you crying because she considers you a friend and is like, they were talking mean about you.
That's probably how Liz initially found out and then decided, oh, I'm going to burn these girls.
Alrighty. Well,
That's also how your clique learned, oh, don't talk around Janet, she's a loudmouth.
let's go around and have everyone once again tell us who you are and where everyone can find you on the internet as I throw in the cast socials in the chat. So let's start with Tess.
Hi, I'm Tess. You can find me under Silver Trinket on pretty much anything, but mainly Instagram is a good way to contact me. But I would say by far the best is Discord. That's the one that I'm on the most. And I may not be like overtly active, but I am lurking. I can guarantee it. So you can yell at me. I will respond. I promise.
Right. Someone who yells often. Bro.
I actually don't yell that much. Janet's sort of an oddity for me.
You yell about werewolves often, though.
Yes.
Don't yell about them. I speak passionately at a high volume
A loud
occasionally.
volume. Some would say a loud volume would be.
Hello again, everyone. It's Mr. Crow, alternatively just Crow. I'm pretty much only findable on Discord, so I'm perhaps the biggest incentive to join the Discord is to see the internet cryptid that is me.
Bro, the cryptid.
Come and discuss special interests with me. I will talk your ear off about werewolves, animals, and I don't know, classic rock, I guess, because I've been doing a lot of research for this.
Someone who also does research into various things. Kyle.
I do various research, and I promise, like Flynn, I am not going to stab you, but I am behind you. no matter what you do. You can find me on all of the social medias like Twitter and or X or whatever you want to call it, and Blue Sky and all that fun stuff. Normally I go by Wife Techno or Technomancer Kyle. So if you see that, then it's probably me. Or a very neat disguise, like a bot.
Someone who is not a bot,
Also
but
here.
could portray one on TV. Darren.
Hello. Check out my podcast. It's called Half Casters. The link to our Twitter is in the chat. But if you're new to podcasts, it's audio only, so it's a great thing to listen to like while you're driving, stuff like that. But you just search in your podcast catcher of choice for Halfcasters, you'll find us. Also, our website, halfcasters.com, has links to everything. Yeah, and if you want to, and check out our Discord as well. We have some awesome emotes on there that were made by Ghost Candle over on Twitter. Some awesome D&D related emotes, so definitely check that out if you want to collect those. Yeah.
I'd have to join that Discord just to lurk.
Yes.
Make my terrifying
just-
presence felt everywhere.
Please
Stare
do.
at the
Please
hive
do.
mind.
Yes.
Oh, and I have been Charlie, your best friend, your main gaster, and the terrifying being that haunts your dreams. Thank you for joining us this week. We won't have Clockwork Chronicles next week because I'll be on a plane, but we will be back the week after that for episode 4, which will bring us to the halfway point of this series.
No,
my
that's too
gosh.
soon.
Well,
That is too soon.
we're
no.
totally gonna wrap this up. And it's
Sure.
it's
Totally.
Fine.
Totally. I believe it.
Yeah.
We just have to stop talking.
That's always the problem. Everyone just keeps
Exactly.
talking.
The players always get in the way.
drama.
Yeah,
I feel like
right?
that's a good problem to have.
Stop getting in my way. No, it's fine.
If the players would just shut up, I could just tell my story and it would be fine. Anyway, sorry to
Yes.
interrupt again.
Hopefully.
Oh, there we go. Player just interrupting.
Yeah, right. There we go.
Just like you're doing now.
No, hopefully Colin will be back next time feeling much better and we can see some of the aftermath of some of these gifts that were given and maybe no, not maybe, what will probably be a very awkward conversation between Janet and Parker.
Yeah. Looking
For
forward to that.
now, join us on Sunday for the next episode of Jukebox Justice, where the drama continues to hit the fan.
It's good.
Will continue to hit the fan for a little bit. And yeah, coming up after that, we're gonna have Halloween's coming up. We're supposed to be having a one-shot. Crow, you need to pick a game to run.
I know.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I
Gosh,
am
bro.
afraid.
We need to have a Halloween stream so everyone can see my costume. It's gonna be great.
I know. Okay, I know.
Gosh.
I'm
I
indecisive.
still needed to decide on the costume, so it's fine.
There is one last piece of my costume. I know what I'm doing, but there's one piece that is supposed to arrive on the 30th, and if it does not arrive, the costume's not going to work, and I'm going to be mad.
Well, hopefully it arrives.
Fingers crossed.
Until we see you next time, we are going to raid out to Live from the Apocalypse because they are wonderful folks and are just getting started with something that looks very interesting. They have a big redacted image on their screen, so
Interesting.
it looks like it's going to be shenanigans. So join us over there.
Censure.
Until next time, have a good weekend. Period of
Yeah.
indeterminate amount of time until I see you again. Bye bye.
Yes.
See ya, folks. Bye.
Bye.